Kick it off.
All right, good morning and welcome to Durhamtown out here for our side-by-side round 5 out here in Union Point, Georgia. We are live racing right now with our Sportsman NA class. I'm Pam Hall. Alongside me, I have Will here with me this weekend.
Great to be back, Pam.
Yes, I missed you last round. We had a lot of guest speakers in here. But right now, again, we have our live racing going on. We'll get you guys caught up here in just a minute as soon as I can see each and every driver and they're running as well. I believe that's Hudson Wilson right there that just passed by us, but great drone footage of our back section there. We should have 10 cars out on course that took the green flag here this morning for our Sportsman NA class. As we're watching them, this is a right-hand turn that brings them into where we call the ski jump area. And that was Luis Texera. That was Luke Strickland. Luke Strickland and Hudson Wilson have identical cars. So if I name the wrong car, it's by accident because they are exactly the same unless I see the number directly on there. As you can see, 2 cars battling it out right there, going over the start-finish line. Action going all over this race course this morning. As that is Hudson Wilson right there. Looks like they are battling the number 54 of Philip Masella and Hudson Wilson battling it out. As you can see, Philip got on 2 wheels there just a little bit, bicycling as we call it. Hudson Wilson just looking for the open door to get past Philip.
And we are on Race Monitor, folks, so if you pull up your Race Monitor app, you will get scoring data right
Fly
now.
with caution.
I have no service on my phone, so you're going to have to,
Yes.
I'm going to have to rely on you for that one.
I am on the Starlink, so here you go. Here's some live
Perfect.
data for you.
Perfect. Oh, that is actually Luke Strickland in that number 2 spot. I thought that was, see, that's why I wasn't exactly sure which one it was. So Philip Masella in that number 1 spot. Luke Strickland in the 027 running in number 2. Luis Texera in the number 316, third position. Nabi Mumaha, I'm not sure how to say his name. We were discussing this earlier on. He's running in, well, he actually moved up into that number 3 spot. 47 of Dana Regis in 4th. And we are on our competition yellow halfway through the race. So we'll be doing 10 laps. And there we have it. Look at that. You are the magic maker right there.
This all comes together last minute. It's a little how the sausage is made behind the scenes right now.
Right, exactly. Production. If people knew what it took behind the scenes to put a production together, I think people would probably be like, whoa. I didn't think it was, I mean, honestly, setting up the trailer, getting all the audio, getting all the cameras. You have cameras. How many cameras do we have out on course today?
We're actually running 4 cameras today, so the most cameras we have ever run out here at Durhamtown, so happy to bring the coverage out here today.
So 4 cameras plus the drone.
Yes.
So a total of 5. The drone footage will be
And a
amazing.
big shout out to our drone pilot, Jeffrey Farver, right now, LumaCube Engineering. So if you are on the market for a drone pilot, need some good sky-high coverage, he is your guy. And
as we're on board with him as we speak.
okay, yeah, we'll
adjust that audio. Thank you. To the ones at home that are listening in and cannot hear us, we'll get our audio all adjusted here. As Everett Boodle, our race director, is bringing our cars around, and they are starting between the 2 cones there, and it's all about the Delaware-style start out here, as it was all about Philip Masella in the number 54. When he takes that green flag, it's all game behind him. So a 2x2 start behind the leader who gets to start out front by himself. Making their way around. As Philip is making quite a gap right there between him, and I believe Lewis is now in that number 2 spot, which would put Luke Strickland in that third position. That is not Luke Strickland. That is actually Louis Texera right there in that number 3 spot. So we have some long sweeping turns, as you can see. A little bicycle action once again there by the number 01. Making their way over lap number 6 here with Philip Massell in that number 1 spot.
And that is your race leader. We are following on screen, coming down the back straightaway right now. Hanging it out, getting a little bit of air.
I love that back stretch with those big jumps that they have. I mean, it's not a whoop section at all,
No.
but they're nice flowing jumps.
And you can definitely tell the difference between the classes, too, when they hit those jump, you know, how
Yes.
much air they get
Yes.
on them.
Exactly. Exactly. As Philip's making it look super easy. We got a battle between 2nd and 3rd going on. The 01, I'm sorry I did not get his proper pronunciation of his name. And then the 316. So the 01, I think it's Nabin? I'll have to ask him. Obviously, I'm going to interview him if he
Yes.
sticks up in this number 1, 2, and 3 spot here. We will get those interviews at the end of each race of our top 3 drivers.
And here they come around. Was that turn 6 or turn 7? I always get confused because I think you don't count turn 1 as turn 1 here.
Yeah, definitely don't count that one for sure. I'll have to get those numbers straight.
Well, I'm coming off of road course math.
I know.
So every little nook and kink is considered a turn.
Exactly.
So, you know, an 8-turn track is on a road course is really like an 18-turn track.
Yes, that would be considered turn 2 right there that you just saw them go through.
And those are there's your leader right there. He's got a decent.
He's checking out.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that too, because when you have a battle going on behind you, you know, they're trying to do their best to drive their best race and not overdo it, so that first place driver can just, you know, not look back, not think twice about it, while these 2 guys in the, you know, 2nd and 3rd are battling it out.
And we are watching that battle, yeah, for 2nd and 3rd right there. Your leader's got a decent lead right now, although as we've seen, anything can happen with these races out here at Durhamtown.
And I have to say, when they were coming down that ski jump area, I saw a car off to the side, as you can see up in the top right-hand screen. I believe that is Luke Strickland, because he has not been making any more laps, and he was up running in our number 2 spot. So that must be Luke Strickland, because I do see Hudson Wilson still clicking off the laps.
A great shot of them hitting these jumps right there. Whoa, getting a little squirrely there on the inside.
And that goes to show how hard that they're actually
Yes.
pushing it, for sure.
I would say in a oval race, he'd be riding the curtain. I don't know what you call that out here in at Durhamtown, but I mean, he's about a half foot over, and
Yeah.
he's eating soft dirt there.
Exactly. And, you know, and that can happen real quick out here. Yesterday in our qualifying, we had a few cars, you know, take some tumbles out here, you know, getting up into that soft dirt, and it'll just grab you and take you over. So we did see that yesterday.
And as you see them racing up the hill here, getting ready to hit the ski jump there. Racing back towards our vantage point here. We moved our trailer, so we're down here in the infield now. So we got a great vantage point. Although I feel like I'm having to yell to talk to you because it is loud out here.
Yeah, it is loud down here in the middle for sure. And this is not even the you know, when the turbo cars come out, it's even louder. So if we're yelling in your ears at home, it's because we're talking over these vehicles. But now it looks like 2nd and 3rd are kind of making a little bit of a gap between each other as well.
And this is the final lap. We are on lap 9 of 10, so should see checkered flag out next time by. And these guys doing a pretty good job keeping this race clean.
Yeah, that's definitely something that, you know, was talked about this morning is, you know, clean racing is the best. They're trying a few new things with some of the yellow and red flags out here this weekend that we haven't been doing out here at Durhamtown. So they will be, when we see the yellow flag out, it's just going to be a local caution where we used to go full course caution whenever the yellow flag was out. So we're trying something new out here with 2 races to go, and we'll see how that works out. But so far, so good. No yellow flags. And there we see the checkered flag is out for Philip Masella.
Hang 10 as he comes across the line there.
Yes. Great run by the number 54. And here we have Louis Texera in the number 2 spot. And I'm going to talk to him and find out exactly how to pronounce his name in that number 3 position in the 0-1.
And here comes 4th position across the line, 5th, 6th.
I'm going to make my way out there.
And there's the intrepid Pam Hall making her way out to victory lane.
Okay, in this number 1 spot, Philip, you were out there checking out in this race just now. I know you're getting your helmet off here really quick, but there we go. So out front, checked out. You had a drastic lead there towards the end, so that race was a good one for you.
I'm glad. Actually, I didn't have a spotter today, and I can't see my mirror very well, so I honestly didn't know where anybody was, so it was kind of nerve-wracking. So I'm glad to hear that. No, the car felt good. Track was good. It was actually really almost too grippy, but no, everything worked out, so I'm happy.
Well, you ran a great race out there. Congratulations right now in this unofficial number 1 spot.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, and there we have it from our number 1, number 54 there, Philip Masella. Lewis, here we are in number 2. That was a battle between 2nd and 3rd going on that whole entire time, but here you are in number 2.
Yeah, it was very slippery out there, so I didn't have anything to keep up with Phil today. And then he surprised me. He came out of nowhere and then made me work a little bit to get my spot back, so that was interesting.
I mean, you guys ran a clean race, though. That's all that matters is a clean race here at the finish line and in this number 2 spot, so congratulations on this unofficial number 2 spot right now.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, and there we have it from our Louis Texera in that number 3 or number 2. Okay, here we are. Nabi, that's how we pronounce his name. Nabi, up here in this number 3 spot, you were battling it out right there between, you and Louis up here in front of you.
Yeah.
That different kind of style racing for you as well.
Yeah, it's I'm used to road course stuff. This is my first side-by-side race ever. Also, I was told by the guys that I have a stock roll cage and kind of factory tires and factory everything, and everyone seems to be more dialed in. I made my way into 2nd for a little while, and I got too excited, and then I also don't have any tear-offs, so I couldn't see anything from the mud, so I decided to, hang back a little bit and not get too excited my first race. So I'm just happy to be here and take part. It's awesome. I'm going to be back.
Well, that was great racing, like you're sitting here saying. I mean, up there in the number 2 spot for a while that you were, and then for your first time out here at Durhamtown, congratulations on this number 3 spot.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, and there we have it from our number 1, 2, and 3 for our sportsmen in a class out here. Make my way back over to the studio. Nabi, great racing by Nabi out here for his first time ever racing at Durhamtown. All right, there we have it. Race number 1 in the books for the morning out here, our sportsman NA class. Next up, we should, I believe, have our youth stock class all lined up over here. And Henry Michael, and the number 306, taking that number 1 spot in qualifying yesterday with a 139.238. Bowen Tyndall in the number 44 in that number 2 spot. Emma Smith in the number 245 in 3rd. Tuck Michael in the number 30 in that 4th position. Clyde Keys in the number 5 position in that number 46. So we will have 5 youth stock class racers on the course. I believe they are only doing 5 laps out here this morning. They took a vote this morning in our drivers meeting, and they decided on 5 laps.
Are you telling me they voted less laps?
Yes.
Show me a racer that wants less seat time, and I'll call you a liar. I don't know. That's
Well, the Youth 170 stock class is, obviously it's a stock class, so it's a little bit of a slower, it's our slowest class we have, right? But these racers are also still learning. So seat time is key for sure, but when the vote happened, one of the dads said, I have 2 cars out there. I'm good for 5 laps. So,
well, as long as they pay attention to the flags, because that's what we run into up at Atlanta Motorsports Park. We'll have a 10-lap, kids race on the little jelly bean course, and they'll turn it into a 15, 17 lap, whenever they decide to get off course.
Well, and also the youth stock class, they're not doing a mandatory caution either. So they're just going to do 5 laps
so they're
straight
gonna run
forward.
Straight. Okay, cool.
Yes.
I love watching these guys, too, because I love watching them take the hills. And it's there's something about youth racing and watching the next generation of drivers just out on track. We all feel it. Tracks are shutting down left and right, and the more we can do to keep people in the sport, the better. And I'm a big proponent of get your kids racing. It's not scary. Come out, talk to people. We love having these guys out here, and we love that. Basically, this is the next generation side-by-side racers.
This is the future of our sport.
Yes.
100% the future of our sport. And it is awesome to see these kiddos out here having some fun. And, they're out here right now racing against each other, but later on they'll be out in the pits riding their bikes together or, whatever. So it's fun to see them out battling
and that's another benefit, too, here is these kids are going to make lifelong friends.
Yes, exactly.
And it's stuff you take with you outside the racetrack.
And you talk to some people, too, that have been racing their whole entire lives. Some of their best friendships were made at a racetrack, and they've been friends for their whole entire life. So it is so true about you're saying, the lifelong friendships. It's 100% true. But here we are following along. That is the number 46 of Clyde Keys right there that we are over as we are now green flag racing. And like you were saying earlier, the difference in the vehicles, obviously, you can tell this is a stock class, but this is a great starter class.
I know my drone pilot's loving it. He's able to keep up.
Right, exactly. All right,
Obstacle
so 46 right there, Clyde Keys. I believe that is Tuck Michael that he was getting ready to try to make a pass on. But look, our 1 and 2 have already checked out there just a little bit of Henry Michael and Bowen Tyndall.
And you've got the sheet in front of you because we'll get scoring data on screen here once they pass the stripe.
Yes.
But you usually got to wait for that first line or that first time by for Race Monitor to populate. And if you guys are watching from home or in the paddock here, we are live on Race Monitor, so you can download that app on your iPhone and follow along with the scoring data that we have. We're also live on FM radio, 88.7 FM, so if you've got yourself an armband radio here local, you can tune in and catch all the calls here. And right now, it looks like your leaders are heading up the hill, about to hit the ski jump.
And these guys and gals, they will not be launching off of it like we have been seeing this morning already. But they do get a little bit of an air, when
I'm sure the seat of their pants, it feels like they're flying.
Exactly. It's it's a fun too because my kiddos started out in 170s as well, and so it's fun to hear them talk about the race when they get done. Did you see me catch some air on that jump? What's your favorite part about the race course? Oh, the jumps, and it's like you're barely getting like a couple inches off the ground.
Well, with us being live, we got video evidence, so
yeah,
they can always come back and watch the stream.
Yes, and that number 1 spot, Bowen Tyndall in the number 44, and 306 of Henry Michael in that second position. Emma Smith in third. So Henry Michael was our pole setter. He was our number 1 qualifier yesterday, and Bowen Tyndall and him have swapped spots as Bowen was in that number 2 spot yesterday.
Yeah, it looks like he is starting to pull a little bit of away from second place. Might have to see if there's any this probably is the closest battle on track right now. Usually these guys spread out pretty quickly.
They do. And this is, obviously, doing 5 laps, it's a little bit. Here's another battle. Here's 4th and 5th. That is Tuck Michael and Clyde Keys. Clyde Keys did start in that number 5 spot, and earlier on he was trying to make a pass as well. So
and they are just making their way down the back straightaway right there.
Oh, a little side-by-side action right there.
And let's see if we get I think our drone guy's about to, there they go. He's about to pick him up here as they're coming through turn 2 here down the back straightaway.
And Clyde Keys did make that pass over Tuck Michael.
And yeah, he's starting to pull away too. Now, tell me, Pam, is gearing a thing here for these youth divisions? Do they get to determine, rear sprocket or what their final drive is?
Well, and with them racing here all year long, they already kind of know the gearing, but then it also depends on track conditions too. So sometimes the track's a little bit wetter. Sometimes, right now it's perfect track condition. But yeah, it is all about gearing and everything. But normally when you race the same track, it's the same gearing. You don't have to worry about it and switching it out and all of that.
Because that's something we're used to seeing at the go-kart track, affecting their ability to basically come up the hill, down the hill. They'll be faster in the straights versus slower, and it's all strategy. Obviously weather dependent because those engines, they like cool air.
Yes.
And so I was curious on a day-to-day if there was much, tuning going on with these guys, or
Not much. I mean, obviously, you just said it too. Cooler air. It's cooler out here this weekend, so it's going to be a happy engine for our pro classes when they get out on track. But the gearing is definitely key. It's key in all sorts of racing. Obviously, as you know, you were just talking about it. So, getting up these hills, they have to have a different kind of, the gearing to get them up the hills and in these turns. That's why you come out here and you practice and you get your seat time and you know what your car needs.
Now, how much practice time did they get yesterday? Because everybody shows up on Friday here, and then you do your practice and qualifying, and then they come out to race on Saturday?
Well, some people get out here a little bit earlier. Some do show up on Thursday. And in reality, Durhamtown is a open track. So you can come out here and you can run this track as much as you want, but it's also open to the public. So you can come out here and test your car, but you might have day riders out here. But like yesterday, Friday, they closed the track down at 2:00 so we could get going on our qualifying run last night. So they do close the track when we go into doing that. So they can get as much practice as they want as long as they're out there. They're banded by the park because that's also not.
Oh, because they can just come anytime and run.
Exactly. So there are some people that live close by too. They'll come out here, for the weekend and test their cars and make sure they're good for the weekend and or for the races. The next race is coming up. So, yeah, you can come anytime you want to ride at this park as long as you go to the front office and you get banded to be a day rider. You can ride anywhere. You can ride on this track. You can go ride in the woods. You can ride anywhere in the park that you want to.
And that's nice that it's open to the public because that's something we see up at Atlanta Motorsports Park. But the problem is it's a membership club, so race day is the only time you can get on track if you're not a member.
Gotcha.
And, most people don't want to pay that $10,000 membership to be able to get the extra track time, but it depends on where you're at because obviously racing is if you say it's cheap,
it's not cheap.
There's no form of cheap racing.
I know people say they get into side-by-side racing after racing bigger vehicles or whatnot because it's cheaper. Well, it is probably cheaper parts, but it's still expensive because anything can break at any point in time, but it's still not cheap.
Well, and last time I was out here, we saw Everett roll it over there coming off was that turn 5, and they flipped it over. He kept on racing.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been to a race series where a guy has flipped and then driven to a podium.
Well, you know what? There was actually yesterday we had one of our new racers. He was out racing yesterday, and I think it was the Youth 170 or the Youth 1000 class. He rolled, and he was fine. I mean, he flipped a couple times.
We got a pass going on right here.
So that is the 306 of Henry Michael.
He got a run coming downhill. He just slingshotted past first place.
We have a couple laps to go here still. The white flag is waving for Henry Michael in that number 1 spot.
And perfect time to take the lead. White flag out. One more to go. And man, it's like he hit the nos or something on that because he took off coming down that hill.
That's Dad saying, pick it up. You have 1 lap to go. Get that pass.
I think I saw him out there with a Sawzall cutting a hole in the floor below the gas pedal.
Oh, that's funny.
They could push it further down.
Oh, look, it looks like they're going to be lapping.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. They're going to catch traffic here on this final lap. And I'm curious to see the race etiquette here because these are the youngest drivers. So are they going to hold their line or are they going to let the leaders by? It looks like he's going to be able to get around that one car just fine.
And that is teammate Tuck Michael right there, number 812 they just passed, now going by Clyde Keys as well. So this is interesting. You see the number 44.
Oh, he gets him on the inside. Yes. They had to go offline a little bit.
Exactly.
This is kind of like me driving down 285 right now. Just weaving around traffic. And that's definitely slowing him down right now as Henry Michael is just off to the races here in the lead. But let's see. Got about a half a lap to go.
Yes, and that Bowen Tyndall in that number 2 spot made his way around. He was doing the whole inside-outside kind of looking passing there. Passed both times.
Let's see as they come down the hill. I don't know. They got one more turn. Well, technically 2 more turns here, but
Henry Michael's checked out.
Yeah, as long as he keeps his foot in it, he should be able to get to the line first. As one final turn as they come by the fans here.
And there we have it. The checkered flag is out for the 306 of Henry Michael and the 2 position to 44 of Bowen Tyndall.
And a great job by these racers. The thing with the youth guys is, you don't know what you're going to get, and that was a real clean race. And, hats off to these guys for doing a phenomenal job out there.
Whoa. Sorry, I was watching over here to the
Oh.
side.
Hey, you got a little close to him.
Well, Emma Smith in the number 245. I have not seen her cross the line.
And there she goes right there.
I see Mr. CJ Greaves is over here pointing to where they are at. All right, so Henry Michael, Bowen Tyndall, and Emma Smith. I'm going to go out and chit-chat with them. And, you know, they qualified 1, 2, and 3, and they finished 1, 2, and 3 just now. So I'll be out there
Pretty
with
good
the
race
kids.
for those guys.
Exactly. I'll be back in here in just a minute. Henry Michael, you just won that race out there. Did you have a, here, let's get your helmet opened. There we go. Henry Michael, did you have a blast out there?
Yeah.
I mean, you got on the number 1 spot. You even passed your teammate out there, Tuck. How was that lapping traffic?
Good.
All right, well, congratulations on that number 1 spot. We'll see you later on the podiums, okay, bud?
All right.
All right, there we have it. Bo Tyndall, let's get your helmet opened up, bud. There we go. Bo Tyndall, did you have fun out there just now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so favorite part of the track?
The ski jump.
All right, well, congratulations on that number 2 spot. We'll see you later on, okay?
Okay.
All right, there we have it, our number 2 spot, Bo Tyndall. And on over here to Miss Emma Smith. Emma Smith, you have a smile on your face. You just got number 3 spot. Are you excited?
Yes.
All right, well, that was a great race out there by you just now, and we'll see you later on at the podium, so congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and there we have it. Emma Smith in that number 3 spot, Bowen Tyndall in that number 2, and Henry Michael, number 1 position.
You know, Pam, those are my favorite interviews. They're always and the hardest as an interviewer.
Yeah.
When you go, take us through that race. Yes.
Yes, exactly. I know. They're always so short and sweet, for sure. It's hard, too. You know, they have their helmets on and everything. It's
Yeah,
hard to
yeah.
hear. We get them later on when we do the podium interviews. So I usually try to, you know, I try to get as much out of them as I can. But right now, on the line, we have our next race getting ready to start. This is going to be our Sportsman side-by-side race. And in that number 1 qualifying position is John Dobbs in the number 55. In the number 2 spot, Ryan Smith in the 248. Michael Neal in the number 47 in that 3rd position. 4th spot, the number 3 of Kenton Belts. The 5th position, the 106 of Shane Matzinger. The 6th position, the 522 of Dakota Collier. And in that number 7 position, the 47 of Braden Eason. So we will have 7 cars out on course here momentarily for our Sportsman side-by-side class.
Nice. And, yeah, I hear them fired up. So I believe we're about ready to go. I think they're waiting for everybody to pull out here on grid. And then we should be ready to fire this one off. I see, they're getting the kids out of the way, so should be any moment now.
Yes. And in this Sportsman class, John Dobbs, our number 1 qualifier, he is our points leader. And Braden Eason, who's in that number 7 spot right now, is 2nd place in points. So there's quite a points spread, but John Dobbs leading the points. Braden Eason 2nd in points. Michael Neal, who's starting 3rd position, he's 3rd in points. So, yeah, the point spread is definitely, let's see, that's 19 points. 21 points, actually, excuse me, between 1st and 2nd position right now. So John Dobbs has got to run a great race to keep that number 1 spot.
And you were telling me before the race there was a little bit of the issue with the points for this season because a lot of guys thought today was the final race of the season. They didn't understand that we still got 2 more to go. So
yeah.
I'm assuming that affected some of these guys coming into today.
Well, you know, it was some knew that you know, this was going to be the final race, and then it got changed to now it's not. So, yeah, the points battle, though, the points are super close. So they actually were talking earlier, too, about switching up our open turbo class and our pro turbo class, because a lot of the pro turbo racers
they run in the same.
are so close in points, but the open classes before it, so they were talking about possibly switching that up because
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good way to finish the season out.
yeah, exactly. And you know what? I just noticed, too, the number 91 out there, that is young Peanut Fulcher. He came out here yesterday, and he is running in Kyle Cheney's old car. I don't know if you know the Kyle Cheney name in the off-road world, but Kyle Cheney is one racer that, like a CJ Greaves, you know, CJ Greaves is a very well-known racer in short course. And, yeah, so we have Kyle Cheney's old car, but with Peanut Fulcher driving it. Peanut, I believe, is 12. He might have just turned 13.
Oh, wow.
But driving in a Mav R. I mean,
that's awesome.
He is a great racer. He's been racing for a long time. He races the mud racing. He raced Ultra 4. He's raced at King of the Hammers. So, yeah, it's really good to see him out here racing in this Mav R that he is now driving as well. But young kid. I mean, he's racing against grown adults.
Well, and this is, I mean, if you're going to have a shot at going pro, this is when you got to make the jump. I mean, we see a lot of guys in the on-road, you know, about 10, 11, 12 is when they got to make that jump into you know, from bandos and karts into actual cars.
Exactly. The Bandoleros, that's a good, my son raced those. He has a national championship in those.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so he did that
We're
for a while.
We're fixing to do them up at Atlanta Motorsports
Are
Park.
you?
We're doing our Moonshine series again, got that fired up, and happy to have them back. Well, if you know bandos, and you know Ken Reagan, so he's...
Well, he has been out of the bandos for a while.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And when he won the national championship, we were literally going from East Coast to West Coast, moved here to North Carolina, like in between all of it. It was quite a year, and we only did them for a couple years. But, yeah, that was a fun class. That's a great learning class.
Most guys, two seasons tops in those things.
And then they go into the Legends.
Yes.
We didn't do the Legends.
To me, that's the scariest jump, going from that V-twin Briggs to the motorcycle engine, because the speed jump is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like going from a 4-stroke to a 2-stroke go-kart. It's, you know, 30 horsepower to 120 horsepower.
Right.
It's a monster jump, and I'm sure it's similar power jump here, going from a 170 to what are these guys?
I mean, if you think about it, so Peanut Fulcher, yeah, same thing. The stock class 170. I don't know if he ever actually raced in the stock class, because I know he had the mod cars and stuff, the modified 170s. The jump going from that, then he went into just a regular X3, and then now into this Mav R. It's also shifting. The Mav Rs are shifters.
Oh, so they're not just auto. So he's got a.
He can do auto, but they have shifters to him too. So like yesterday, you could hear him just switching through the gears. I mean, I don't know how much seat time he has in it. I didn't even know he was going to be showing up in, you know, a old Kyle Cheney car. So that was, I saw it pull up. I'm like, wait, Kyle's not here. That's Peanut Fulcher. There we have the number 3 right there. I love that paint scheme right there. That is Kenton Belts in it. The Digging Deeper Racing, that car right there also has raced in other.
And he's rocking the number 3 too.
Exactly.
Do it for Dale.
Yes, and yeah, so the also race in the Champ Series. This vehicle has Digging Deeper. That is a great team, a colorful team that always stands out with their vehicles.
And it matches the crew shirts y'all got out here too.
It does. Pink for obviously October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And
I'll say, what color can you wear out here that doesn't eventually get covered in dirt so people can see you?
Exactly. Normally we're wearing bright yellows, but if we're wearing some pink shirts this weekend out here, I like the pink shirts a lot. But that is Peanut Fulcher right there. You can just see how tiny he is in there. I mean, he's.
Has he got a phone book in there in the seat?
There he goes. He knows we're talking about him. What's up, Peanut?
I literally wave back like an idiot behind the screen here.
He can't see you. Oh, goodness gracious. But no,
that shot really shows. I mean, this is a kid driving this thing. That's crazy that he's out there. It valuable seat time, too. I know you got to bump up that competition as early as you can to get him used to it. And I know from his vantage point, too, riding with the big guys, with the adults out there, that's got to be intimidating.
You know what? Yes, but he's done it. Like, this is just a new car to him. So he's been out with the big boys racing before. So he's raced Vegas to Reno. Vegas to Reno is it's a long race. This year, I think it was just under 600 miles. He raced in that in a regular X3. So his kid's got some good seat time for sure.
Man, 600 miles. That's
He had it was a driving share. It wasn't.
I was going to say, does he get multiple drivers, or does he have to race with a bedpan in there? Because that's a lot of driving.
There was 2 drivers for sure, and I don't know if his dad co-drove with him. I think he did, but I'm not 100% sure if his dad co-drove with him this year or not for that. Last year he ran it in the youth class, and the youth part of it was shortened. They only did like 60 miles last year, and this year he went for the whole shebang. I'm gonna All right, as we're getting everybody all situated, that's Tillman Ewing. He was supposed to be racing today. Yesterday, his transmission decided it did not want to race. His transmission left the chat yesterday, so he is now working with us out here, helping with the track crew. But that's such a bummer, you know. The kid is such a good racer himself. He's been racing for a long time, but is super excited to be over here helping out where he can as we are doing our transponder check, and we'll go directly in to lineup.
Now, when issues like that happen out here, especially since we're out in the middle of nowhere, how many options do you have to get it fixed? You just got to cross your fingers and hope another team members or someone that's here racing
has a part,
has what you need?
I mean, it's somebody did have a transmission, but we were talking about it last night. I mean, it's decently late. We were like, let's go change it, and ended up just not doing it. But perfect example of what you're saying. So John Dobbs yesterday in qualifying went off the ski jump, and when he went off of it, he was launching off of it, and he landed kind of wonky, and when he landed super hard, his rear trailing arm buckled.
Ooh.
Well, Ryan Smith in the number 248 that's right there right next to him as competition had a rear trailing arm, and that is how John Dobbs is out on course today. So
that's awesome.
It's really, I mean, you don't want to beat them in
on a technicality or on a technical issue.
Yeah, like, I mean, a perfect example.
Or mechanical.
Ryan Smith is running an extra ECU that came from my kid's car. So we all help each other out because we want to win on the track. We don't want to win on the pins.
Yeah.
And that's the way it goes.
Is there a common part that you keep the most of? Like, what's the common thing? Like
tie rods, one. Axles. Axles is number one. You want to always have axles with you because those go quite often. I mean, not so much in short course, but that is one thing.
I know with go-kart sets, they slap a tire wall. The more than likely that axle's been.
Yeah. Well, go-karts, I mean, they're like pencil thick, right? So
yeah. Well, the axle's also the suspension too, because they don't run. It's literally a frame and an axle. That's about it.
Exactly. Yeah. No, we have some go-karts at our house that were purchased, and they were having some fun they made a dirt go-kart track at my house. So, yeah, those things, they're like remote control cars. Like, you barely hit something and they
they just into a million pieces. That's why they don't like barrier racing much, the karters, because that's more for the hardcore crowd. Because when you slap a tire barrier or one of the plastic, like what you'd see on the side of an interstate, they just suck the kart in and do a lot more damage than if you have like a hard tire wall or a fixed barrier. And that's something we saw a lot because we actually ran a couple races up at Lanier Raceway.
Okay.
Not sure if you're familiar
with
that track. It's a 3/8 mile oval, and we set up a whole oval course for them.
Oh, nice.
And it was a lot of fun. Except for the guys that hit the barriers. They were not happy about that.
Yeah, that happens. I mean, racing happens though, right? So, okay, so we are getting these guys all lined up as Everett Boodle is ready to pace them around. So what they'll do, again, they have to start between the cones, and it's all about those leader cars. Basically, John Dobbs being the number one qualifier, it's all about his starting. So as long as he doesn't start before the cone, he has to start in between the two, and that's when the green flag comes
That's
up.
pretty much NASCAR style starting rules.
And there he has it. See, you can see he's holding him off.
I like that strategy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game. It's basically a game at that point. As we are watching them go down our backstretch, that first turn is always so iffy. It's so scary to me because we've seen some people, tumble pretty good there.
And coming off that kids race, the speed difference here is wild.
Definitely wild. I know that they threw a little bit of water down too, so there's going to be some slippery corners as well. So John Dobbs is out in that number 1 spot with Ryan Smith in second. John Dobbs, this is his first full season of racing out here at Durhamtown. He started last year, I think it was last year, Thanksgiving weekend was his first time racing. So here he is out here racing a full season and having a very successful season. As you can see them going in.
They're going full slideways through that final turn there.
Oh,
look at that. He's just airing it out.
Definitely this turn, when you go over that jump, is very scary. Like, you have to kind of check up a little bit when you're going over the finish line jump, because when you land, you're going directly into a left-hand turn, and it's almost a 90-degree turn, which is the one that we were saying that we don't count that as a number 1 turn.
And man, you can see that cloud of dust they all kicked up too.
Yeah, you can see that they're hitting the dry stuff. They don't want to be in that wet, slippery area, obviously, because that would make them spin out. So they're trying to keep it in the dry areas. Some of the spots, though, like you can see right there where they're landing, going directly into the muddy area. That's Peanut Fulcher still in that back position, but there is John Dobbs and Ryan Smith, our number 1 and 2. The number 3 of Kenton Belts is in that number 3 position. Making their way down the ski jump. All right, see that? Very dusty in that turn right there, but you know what happens right there is when we water it too much, they'll slide up over that berm, and it's a big, decent drop-off on the other side of it. All right, so Eason, number 47, Braden Eason is running in that number 4 spot, made his way up from the last position. So John Dobbs, Ryan Smith, Kenton Belts. The number 4 is missing on our timing, but that is Eason.
And those are your leaders coming at you right now down the hill. Make a U-turn and head right back up it, getting ready for the ski jump. I love that turn. I wish all tracks had a ski jump. Doesn't matter if it's road racing or on-road or off-road.
Oh, you see that nose down, number 3. Sorry, I get excited when I see stuff like that, because that was definitely, you can tell that he was taking a little hot in that little, maybe it was the camera angle, I don't know. Oh, and a spin out there. See, that's what I'm talking about. That turn, there's a drop off as he's coming back on. Almost hits the number 91.
That is a sketchy entrance back onto the track there. And I think we might have had that one on replay. Let's see if we can pull it up here.
As you can see.
Let's see what happens here. We got it in, see if I can speed it up a little bit. We got it in super slow-mo right now.
So he just came in too hot off of the ski jump, and you can see it's a little bit wetter down on the bottom of the track.
Yeah, and he just went over the berm, and here's where that re-entry, I know he's just trying to get back out to the race, but
yeah,
got to be careful there.
That's where your spotter is definitely comes in handy for sure. That's why a spotter is so important in short course racing, because you're so tight on the course. Anything can happen at any time. And there's John Dobbs making his way down the ski jump with Ryan Smith still in that number 2 spot. So John Dobbs' qualifying time yesterday was a 104.769. His fastest time so far today, or his last lap time, was a 105. Actually, just now turned a 104.073. So he's turned a faster lap just now in the race than he did in his qualifying run yesterday. Oh, and number 3 spins around again.
Went around again.
I think I would take that line a little bit different.
Let's see if we've got that one. What happened here? Yeah, he just did the exact same thing he did the previous lap.
Just didn't go over the berm that time.
No.
Wow.
And
that's such a bummer. So they should be coming around for competition yellow here in just a moment, as I can see.
Yep, they're coming out of turn 3 right there, heading back up the hill.
I see CJ Greaves walking over towards where they will stop them for the competition yellow. Boodle, our race director, making his way over there as well, as John Dobbs throwing that dust. I call it a roost, right? Throwing the silt up into that corner. And there we have the yellow flag out for our competition yellow. John Dobbs starting in the number 1 spot, still running in the number 1 position. He will get that Delaware style start. Again, we'll see if he'll do the start like he did at the start of the race. I mean, he legit like held them up.
That was definitely a strategic start.
Oh, yeah. Patience at its finest.
So do you
right
just
there.
sandbag until you feel the guy tap your bumper and then immediately take off while
Well,
he's, you know?
Hopefully you're not getting tapped because they shouldn't be tapping you. But yeah, I mean, that's your spotter telling you when to go.
That's wild. I mean, you can imagine NASCAR doing that with all 43 and the guy just decides to just back her on down to 5 miles an hour before hitting the start.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine? That would not
That'd
be good.
Pandemonium.
That would not be good. I mean, short course racing, it's obviously a little bit different. So, yeah, that.
Well, and you got to admire the sportsmanship and the strategy behind it, you know, because every little thing counts, and anything you can do to get that slight advantage.
Yes, exactly.
Because, I mean, that's the difference between first and second is, you know, every little bit.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, so we were just waiting on one more car, the 522 of Dakota Collier, making their way up to the rear start. Okay, so Ryan Smith, a little bit of a stall for a second. So John Dobbs, Ryan Smith, Braden Eason, Michael Neal, Peanut Fulcher, Dakota Collier.
Let's see if he does. Yeah, he's just
playing that game. It's all about strategy. So now John being out front with the you know, you can see Eason is already outside line.
going
making
for,
a pass.
yeah, trying it on the outside. I think he got it.
He did get it. And Braden Eason, again, he is number,
But he's going to have to stay on the outside coming around the top side here. And, yeah, oh, yeah, he gets it locked in as they come back down the hill.
And you can see that Ryan Smith was also trying to look on the inside for the inside pass. They're pretty equal. Ryan and John are pretty equal speed-wise, as we can tell, like Ryan, you know, running together and everything. Ryan has more seat time as an experience of racing than John does, but right here, they're equal on course. That is such a great shot right there. I love
that. All in unison, sideways, slinging dirt. That's what you love to see out here.
It's like the synchronized swimming, right? And now I'll turn at once. Braden Eason is definitely checking out from John Dobbs there.
And he's our mystery driver because he's not on Race Monitor.
Yeah, they're not on Race Monitor, but I know that they're up there still clicking their laps over. So
yeah, they're probably manual scoring them, but hopefully it wasn't forgot to charge the transponder before he went to bed last night.
Well, funny thing, I don't know what kind of transponders you guys run in your road racing and stuff, but these transponders, they get charged and they're good for like 7 days.
Yeah, because I think y'all have the same X2 system that we run, because we run the yellows on the go-karts, and I think y'all run the reds here.
Yeah, some of them are and some of them are black.
Well, and it depends on how long you've had it because it's just a little internal battery,
yes.
So some will last 2 days. I think when they're brand new, they'll last about a week.
Well, they rent them from the track. The majority of these people rent them from the track, so they're all charged up they're supposed to be all charged up when they get them. But yeah, sometimes they don't quite read. But Braden Eason out in that number 1 spot. John Dobbs in second. Ryan Smith in third. Michael Neal 4th. Peanut Fulcher 5th. Kenton Belts in that number 6 spot.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, I'll hold off on my opinion on what I think about those reds and the subscription plans that they charge for those things.
I've heard about that.
It is highway robbery, folks. But when you got the market cornered.
Right. Well, you can see Braden Eason taking that turn a little bit wider by that water spot, but they're all pretty much running the same line for the most part.
I mean, these guys are hitting this like a drift event. That's wild how far they're slinging these things out right now.
And that's when it starts getting blue grooved and they start turning the track over for the next race because the blue groove, once they put water down on it, it's like slippery ice. Braden Eason still out in that number 1 spot. Again, John Dobbs, his time.
He's hitting that start-finish jump with a lot of velocity and a lot of authority as he comes over that.
Yes. All right, so the number, it says 180 Brian Fulcher in here. He has 91 on his car, but that is Peanut Fulcher, just so for your knowledge of his nickname is Peanut. It's weird. His dad's Brian. I call his dad Brian, so I can't. It's hard for me to call.
That's got to be a
Peanut.
fun moniker to carry with you as a young adult. Getting called Peanut all the time.
I don't think I've ever asked how he got that nickname. I'll have to ask that question. But he's running a great race out here for this first time out on this track with that. Mavars are big cars. I mean, you can see by looking at it, it's a wide car. So the Mavars, to me, are like more desert style racing vehicles, but he's proving out here that he can run a great race in it. And the white flag is out. Number 47 in that number 1 spot.
Hopefully that's not a mechanical. It looked like second place, unless that was the back marker coming over the line a little bit slow there.
Oh, it looks like he might have a passenger rear flat.
Oh.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a flat tire.
Yeah, he took that jump at the start finish about like a 170, so.
And he is our points leader, so he needs to get to that checkered flag.
Yeah, he needs to finish so he can get at least get the score locked in.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure that's what I saw was a flat tire, but I'm not 100%.
He didn't pull off
No,
here.
he's still moving. So I was at a race last weekend, and one of my racers finished a desert race with 10 miles almost in reverse.
Oh, wow.
Tomater style. So you do what you got to do to get to that checkered flag.
Well, he just lost forward gear and just.
Yes, all forward gears.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I've never seen that happen before. And the checkered flag is waving. In that number 1 spot, Braden Eason making his way over. In that number 1 position, let's see how this is all going to pan out because of John Dobbs having pretty sure that was a flat tire.
And there
Ryan Smith in that 2nd position. You know?
So it looked like he was at least able to hang on to the podium. Do you see what it is from?
It might have been an axle. I'm going to make my way out and talk to these guys. All right, Braden Eason, you made it from the back of the pack to the front. That was a great race you just ran. I mean, how'd you do it?
Just kept on. That was awesome. Glad my car got fixed last night and happy to be here.
Well, it's good to see you up here in this number 1 spot. You're running 2nd in points for the series, so we'll see how this shakes out because the number 1 points leader just now in that 3 spot. But here you are, number 1 unofficially. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, there we have it from Braden Eason. Make our way over here to Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith, I mean, that was a great race you guys were just now running. I mean, you had to stay on your A game the whole entire race.
Oh, most definitely. That was a good race. I think something happened to that car, though. I saw a puff of smoke.
Yeah, he made it to I'm going to go find out what happened. But right now, though, all about you in this number 2 spot. Congratulations. Great race by you.
Thank you.
All right, and there we have it, Ryan Smith. Make our way over here to John Dobbs. John Dobbs, you were out in the number 1 spot, and then, things happen. The restart happens. Eason gets by you. But right now in the number 3 spot, what happened?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but the car it wouldn't rev up very much, so I had to lose 2 spots for it.
But you are our points leader. I think this will still keep you in the number 1 spot from where you finished just now. Congratulations on the great race.
I believe so. Thank you so much.
All right, there we have it. John Dobbs. Not sure what happened, but he definitely lost power, as we just heard from him. All right, yeah, we just heard it. John Dobbs lost power, so we're not sure what happened there, but I think he still should be our points leader, though. I don't think that will change up much. as he's making his way over to the infield to park it over there. So that was
and that close of a battle too.
Yes.
This late in the season.
Yeah, he has one more race to go too. He'll be racing in the open class later on. That was our Sportsman Turbo. But next up, we do have another youth race. This is our youth limited. Of course, the limited class will have a little bit more power than we saw this morning on our stock class. We only have 3 kiddos in this one. Hudson Knight taking that number 1 qualifying position yesterday. Lincoln Phelps in the number 2 spot, and Caroline Claire Ewing in that number 3 spot. So we have these 3 kiddos that will be taking the green flag. They'll be doing 5 laps.
Okay, cool.
Again.
And what kind of speed are these guys doing?
I never have even asked that question, to be honest with you, but they got to be going about, I mean, at least 30.
Yeah, I would think 30 to 40 maybe.
Yeah. So the limited.
I guess the question is, how fast would you want them to go?
That's probably good enough, honestly, for these cars. Hudson Knight, though, like Hudson will be in another one here in just a little bit. He'll also race in our modified class, so you'll see the difference in the speeds.
Because we at the go-kart track, we'll step up the little ones when they go to the 2-strokes and they run the little micro Swift engines. They're 60cc 2-strokes. They get about 65 miles an hour.
Huh.
And it's 7 to 9-year-olds in that class that run that.
Wow.
Now, we'll start them as young as 4 and 5, but that's on the little Jelly Bean with a Comer engine making about 1.5 horsepower. So those guys top out at about 15 miles an hour.
Okay.
And then they'll make their way up to the LO206 class where they could do about 40 to 50 depending on – because they'll put slide restrictors on them to limit the top speed. But if you think your kid's the next Lewis Hamilton, you're getting them in that 2-stroke as quick as you can, and it still amazes me to watch those kids fly. and more importantly, I want to interview the parents that put their kids in karts like that, because it's crazy. But I mean, if you're going to be competitive, that's when you got to do it.
Right. Yeah. Honestly, that's what I've been told too. So. My kid doing circle track racing like he was doing, he started out off-road racing. So he always did off-road racing with short course. It was a Lucas Oil series that was in California. So that's what he was doing at the age of 6, because you had to be 6.
Wow.
His first race was at 5, but it was a different series where he could start at 5. So 6 years old, off-road racing like this. Smaller track, tighter track. Then put him into dirt circle. And the driving skills just helped. He learned so much from both styles of racing. He learned to slide his car better for the off-road series by racing the dirt track, and then moves into Bandoleros, asphalt, never been on asphalt before. And
I think having the dirt experience is vital for doing well on asphalt.
I totally agree with you. A lot of the kids that he raced with were all doing the same racing. They were all racing all the different series as well, too. So they were all getting great seat time, and driving skills changed from race to race. I mean, we literally went from a dirt race to a Bandolero race to a short course race all in one weekend at one point. So he got all 3 driving skills all in one whole entire weekend. But the what these kids are learning, and some of these kids, I don't know about these kids that are out there right now, but there's some of these kids that will do like the quarter midgets and stuff too. So like they do race dirt circles. So
now I got to ask you as a parent, because I got a little one, I got a 3-year-old, so we're going to be making these decisions here in the next couple of years. But that first race, that first time watching your baby out there on track, what was that like? Was it excitement or nerves?
Both. Both. I mean, honestly, it was both. I mean, he was only 6 weeks old when we took him to our first race.
Oh, wow.
So took him to the race. We already knew that, we were off-road racers, so we knew that he would obviously transition into it. So got a car at 5 years old for Christmas and raced a couple months later, and it is nerve-wracking, but it also wasn't high speeds. And I also knew, you put them in the Kirky seats, you put them in the full containment seats, all the safety gear, the neck harnesses, everything that's required, you want to make sure you don't skip out on it. I mean, first of all, you have to pass tech with certain gear. Like, we tech all the gear here at Durhamtown, the cars, the chassis, everything. But I knew he was safe. So he did take a hard tumble, but a couple years into it. But he took a hard tumble, and he was fine.
He didn't catch the fear, though, which is good.
No, he didn't. He's probably taken his worst wreck I've ever seen actually here at Durhamtown last year. And so that was a pretty gnarly crash. I think it was last year. That
was one of the things we used to see up at the go-kart track that you hate to see it, because the little ones, it's easy for them to catch the fear. And parent sinks all this money in brand new setup. He's out there on a practice lap and spins it into the wall and just doesn't want to get back in the seat. And
it happens.
Yeah, and well, I guess maybe my biggest fear of trying to get little one into racing is something like that would happen. But we've done our best to try and indoctrinate him as best we could. I mean, before he was born, he'd been to Bristol Dirt, World of Outlaws, and the Indy 500.
Yeah.
And we actually just took him this year to his first NASCAR race. We took him
nice.
to the Atlanta race in the spring, and he was a little kid in a candy shop. So I think we'll do good. But, until you get him in the driver's seat, you just don't know. And, I mean, he's a menace on his little Power Wheels. So.
I was going to say, honestly, my kid was 2 when we got him one of those little, it looked like a Razor, but it was, Barbie Jeep. But it would Razor, I don't know, Power Wheels is what they're called. So got him that. So he had a blast driving in that. The thing goes like not even 5 miles per hour, whatever it did. And so he got the feel of a steering wheel and the pedals and everything. And then at 3, he got a quad.
Oh, nice.
So.
Oh, I'm behind the game then.
I mean, you can get the little 50 quads and you put little restrictors on them. And they don't go very fast.
Oh, nice.
So.
See, we've been taking our kid to NASCAR races, and we give him the Power Wheels, and the first thing he does is starts driving in circles around the flagpole in the front yard because that's all he knows to do is go fast, turn left.
Oh goodness!
They're like, kiddo, you can turn it both ways.
Yeah.
He'll sit out there till the battery's dead, just going in circles, having a great time.
That's fun. Yeah, we had built a little track in the backyard, and he would go on the track or whatever. But yeah, no, it's fun stuff. But that's. Honestly, that's a great thing to do. I already have them in one of those because it does teach the steering wheel and whatnot and control, I should say.
Yeah. Well, and the nice thing with off-road, too, is you can get a lot more seat time without actually being at the track.
Right. Especially like here, like we were talking about earlier. This place is open, every day. This place is open. You just go buy an armband and you can be a day rider. You can buy weekend passes. You can come out here for the whole entire weekend and just play and have fun. And you have this track.
There's a lot more off-road facilities than there are on-road.
Yeah.
And it's just less restricted to be able to get out here and drive.
Exactly. And here, too, I mean, what's nice about it is the trail system, the way it goes. Like, there's so many trails. You can go out into the trees, or if you want to just stick to the track, you just come right here to the track and just stay on here and get some seat time. It looks like I think they're trying to get these kiddos moving.
I saw the water truck out there.
Oh, goodness. The water truck before these kids is always fun.
Yep. It looks like we got some movement.
Yes, I'll go over the transponder check right here. As you can see, Tillman was down there directing the kiddos. Mr. Peanut Fulcher out here racing in a Mav R. Peanut, how was that for you out there? I mean, you got seat time in other cars, but how was it in that Mav R?
It was awesome. I love it how it's wider. It feels a lot better.
I mean, you did amazing out there. Have you driven that car before yesterday? That's my question to you.
Nope.
No. So I was wondering. So I want to know, is this going to be your car for 2026?
Most definitely.
Most definitely. So what all are you going to be racing in 26 in it?
Obstacle sensing unavailable.
We'll
fly with
caution.
Probably
just race. We'll probably race Champ in it.
Okay.
The amateur turbo, and then we'll race Durhamtown.
Nice, nice. Well, I mean, great seat time out here. Are you going to get out into another open class or anything, get some more seat time in it today?
Probably not. The last couple laps, they went into limp mode, so my dad's over there trying to figure it out.
Well, if it gets going, maybe we will see you out there in the open class.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, it's really good to see you out here racing this weekend. I honestly did not know that you were going to be rolling up in that, because you have another car here, too, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you racing that one?
No, ma'am.
You just brought that as a backup?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, you should get the backup car out, and if that one's not working, and go into another race. Look at me. I'm the worst person. I'm like always trying to push it here. But Will here does like road course racing and stuff. Like that's where he's normally at. So when I told him that you're out here, 12 or 13 years old, he was kind of shocked.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, man. Out there with all the adults.
Yes, sir. We not too long ago we did Vegas to Reno, did the whole 500 my loop, me and Cruz LaCroix.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was telling him about that because last year when you did it, it was only like 60 miles, and then this year you did the whole entire.
What was your longest stint in the seat?
So Cruz started. So I did 70 miles in the Youth 1000. So I think we did about 200 miles.
Oh wow.
Halfway.
You get tired after doing that? How does that work on the body doing the endurance racing?
You could ask my dad. I fell asleep.
You fell asleep
behind the wheel.
What?
Oh jeez.
How'd you do that?
I was just tired. It was
Oh my goodness.
dark.
Oh, well, here you. Oh, okay. So it looks like they are just cutting half the track out here for some reason. But did you ever start in the stock class? I was trying to remember if you started in stock or if you just went directly into mod.
I started in a limited car and was racing the mod so I can go ahead and get the points up.
Gotcha. Okay, I couldn't remember if you went because we were talking about the stock class, and then this is the limited out here on course now. But yeah, you're moving your way up, kiddo.
Yep.
In this world of racing. Well, good job out there. We'll let you go watch these races, and we'll talk to you later on.
All right.
Yeah,
thank
awesome
you.
job, man.
Thank you.
And we are underway. Green flag racing right now. As got your three. What do we call these cars or
These are Youth
side by
170. Yeah, they're.
I want to say a 3-car grid, but that's not. These aren't cars.
They're not. They're side by sides, but they are the Youth 170 class. So the limited, so they can build them up just a little bit extra. Obviously, you can
And
tell
you can
the
see
speed.
you could definitely see the speed difference as they're coming down the hill here and working their way back up. But they've already started to spread out a little bit. Looks like first and second are your two closest right now. Third's kind of getting left out to dry.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, Hudson Knight and Lincoln Phelps up there in the number 1 and 2 spot, and
And
Caroline
actually,
Clare.
it looks like they're almost getting all 4 off here coming through the ski jumps. So
They should. They should. They don't lift. We were talking about this last night, I think it was. Like, what's the key to, going fast? We're like, don't lift.
when in doubt, throttle out.
Exactly. Yeah, actually, my husband and I both said it at exactly the same time. Don't lift. Never lift. No, the 170s, you really don't have to lift in these very often. I mean, the corners, if it's wet, they will want to lift because otherwise they'll look like they're doing, what is it called? Ice skating when they're doing the little.
Oh, the little pirouettes.
Yes.
Or going in circles.
Yeah, these guys, they definitely spin out way easier for some reason. But, yeah, there is definitely a gap going on between all of them now. They're all spaced out pretty decently.
Yeah, and they're really, I guess everybody's getting into a groove right now, but you can definitely see the difference in skill between all 3 of these guys. And I don't even see third place. I don't know if he pulled off or if he's just that far back right now.
Yeah, they're all spreading out pretty good. Now, Caroline Clare, the one that she's in third place right now, she's definitely, I think she's stepping up next year. Correct me if I'm wrong to the parents, but I think she might be stepping out of the 170 class next year. I'm not 100% though.
Now, where do they go from 170? Is that into
You got the 570 class, but there's really not very many 570s out in the racing world anymore. So the Youth 1000.
And is that in the same size chassis as this, or
No.
is it a bigger?
Youth 1000 is like a single seat RS1, or like the normal size, the cars like John Dobbs and all them that were just in. A youth can go race in those.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Like the X3s and. All right, sorry about that, guys and gals out in the crowd watching. We had a little bit of a technical thing happen in here in the production area, but that is Hudson Knight out in the lead here still for the Youth Limited class. as we're watching him come around and get the white flag. So 1 lap to go for Hudson Knight. And Lincoln Phelps in that number 2 spot. And that is quite a gap between our 1 and 2. Let's see where Caroline Clare is at on course here in just a moment. And I think I can hear her in the background here as we are watching Hudson Knight make his way around. I need to put these numbers in my head of these turns here. As there is our race leader, Hudson Knight, making his way up left-hand turn. He'll go down into the ski jump with only 2 more turns to go until that checkered flag waves. Hudson Knight in that number 1 spot with qualifying yesterday with a 1:23.219. He has picked up his time in this race with a 1:21.664. So picked up his time for sure. And there was a 1:22 flat just now by Hudson Knight coming across and taking the checkered flag. He is super stoked. Pounded on the dash of his car. Super excited for Hudson Knight. I'll get out there in just a minute and do my interviews. Actually, I'll go ahead and make my way over there. All right, here with our race winner, Hudson Knight. He was so stoked when he just now came into the finish line. You were pounded on the dash here. Are you soaked?
Yes.
I mean, you got out front, you stayed out front, you never looked back at all. You had such a spread between you and second place. So good job out there, kiddo.
Thank you.
All right, well, congratulations. What was your favorite part?
It was probably the back stretch and the turn after it.
Yeah, that is a good one right there where you guys do your start between the cones, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, congratulations, Hudson. We'll see you back out on the track here in just a little bit. And in the number 2 spot, Lincoln Phelps. Lincoln, you were trying to keep up here with Hudson, but you still have a smile on your face. You're in this number 2 spot. How you feeling?
Really good.
Really good. Oh, we're rolling. We're rolling. All right. So in the race, though, I mean, you guys had pretty spread out, but all in all, what was your favorite part of the track?
Probably the 2 bottom turns after the hills.
Nice. All right. Yeah, that definitely tests your skills, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on that number 2 spot.
Thank you.
All right, moving on over here to Caroline Clare. Caroline in the number 3 spot. Did you have fun out there?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to ask you, are you, is this your last year in the 170? Because I can't remember.
Yes.
I thought so. I was talking about it, but I was like, I hope I'm speaking right. So is it kind of bittersweet that you're going to be moving out of the kids class?
Yes, ma'am. I'm ready. I'm tired of these little cars.
You're ready to go faster, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. All right. Well, in this number 3 spot, congratulations, and we'll see you later on.
Thank you.
All right, and there we have it. Hudson Knight, Lincoln Phelps, and Caroline Clare. All right, and there we have it from our limited kiddos class. Getting ready to go out on course is going to be our women's class. I'm gonna get my list for that up. So in the number 47, it's going to be Dana Regis in that number 47 1 spot. Looks like Ariel Byarski is going to be in that number 2 spot, and Briley Lutz in the 5:38 in that 3rd position. Get them all set and ready. Get everybody back in position on course. And what a day of racing it has been so far today. And we have multiple races still yet to go. We have 7 more races to go today. And then tonight we will go into our endurance race, which is a 2-hour race in the woods. Sounds like the course is going to be fun. I guess Mr. CJ Greaves has lined out the course.
Obstacle sensing unavailable. Fly with caution. All right, out on course, Ariel Byarski in that number 1 spot, Dana Regis in 2nd, and Briley Lutz in that number 3 position. Ariel Byarski races in this class. She races in the Pro Turbo class as well. She races in other series as in champ. But making her way around the track. So they'll be doing 10 laps. We'll have a competition yellow. As we can see them making their way around the course here. And Ariel Byarski. That was Dana. Ariel making her way up to the left-hand turn right before the ski jump. But Ariel Byarski, a 107.226 was what her last time was. She did not qualify yesterday for the women's class by choice, and so I don't have a qualifying time for her in this. But Dana, she qualified with a 110.234. And Briley, she qualified with a 111.144 as Ariel making her way around. She's now at a 106.418. You can see the difference in the lap times.
I know, she's absolutely hanging it out right now.
Yes, she is. Yeah, again, she gets a lot of seat time as well. I mean, she just came off of racing the full series for Champ as well as racing the full series here. So between the two different race series, she gets a lot of seat time.
And this was the division we saw that crazy rollover way back in March because they were going to the inside and caught a rut and just end over end.
I don't think I was here for that one.
I don't think so either because it was I think that was the one before me and you, the first one we did.
Because you were here. I was at a different race series that I was working, and so, I remember hearing about it, but.
Because we did, I believe we did March and May was the one that, that you were out here for.
Yes. Yeah, I missed on the March one. As Ariel Byarski turning another lap. She just, every lap she keeps bettering her time. That one was a 105.923. I'm going to look at what her times were for qualifying for the pro class yesterday just to see. 104.113 was her qualifying for the pro or the pro turbo class. Man, I have to say, it keeps getting hot and cold, hot and cold.
I know. Every time I move around in this trailer, it goes from freezing to almost comfortable temperature. The sun's coming out.
The sun's out, but the breeze that's coming in the shade is definitely chilly. I don't know what the temperature was that we started out this morning. Now being at 1 o'clock here. Or 1 o'clock, it's 12 o'clock. I'm on the wrong time zone, I feel like. As Ariel Byarski making her way to the right-hand turn up into the finish line.
We should see competition caution here.
Yes, exactly. So yellow flag out at the flag stand, and you got CJ over there with the red and the yellow flag as Boodle is making his way over to pace these girls back over to the start line. And Ariel getting to start out front. Delaware style start. So all three of these ladies have obviously clean race, good race. We'll get ourselves going here.
Obstacle sensing unavailable. Fly with caution.
All right, so Briley and Dana making their 2 and 3 lineup here. And Ariel, again, you know, we all get to watch this at the start because it's all a game every single time. I say a game. It's not really a game. It can be, as we saw John Dobbs earlier.
There's definitely some strategy in it.
Yes. All right, and side-by-side action with Dana and Briley. We normally have a couple more ladies out here. I'm not sure.
Is there any other events going on this weekend?
I don't know. I don't think so. As there we have Ariel already checking out. These ladies are still almost side by side as Briley's on the inside.
She goes all the way, almost off track there.
Yeah. And Dana up in that number 2 spot now. No more side-by-side racing for these two.
All the way up on the curtain there. Look at that.
Yeah, that turn up there, it seems like it's always shaded, so it can be
Doesn't
a little
dry out
slippery.
as quick. Yeah.
And this Georgia clay is a different type of racing terrain for sure. And you got to think about it. So number 47, Dana Regis, in that general, I mean, it's like it's a farm vehicle, and she's out here racing in it. So it's a good testament to how those vehicles can handle.
Yeah, we are watching that battle for second and third right now. It is Dana Regis and Briley Lutz as they're making their way up to the first. I don't know, what do you call those? Because, you know, from a top-down view, the track kind of looks like a middle finger. So I don't know what you call. Is that the index finger? Or is
The pointer finger?
Or is that the ring finger?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I admired that the first time I got a track map. I was trying to learn my turns out here.
You know, you would think I would know what each turn number is by this time, and I still am not. I need to get that figured out.
And that's the thing I love about doing autocross events is the track always changes, so I can just make up names every time. But here obviously it's a fixed layout, so.
Exactly. And the people that come out here and do the track maintenance, I mean, they do an amazing job out here. They start working super hard on it. Again, open track every day, but they start doing the maintenance for the races. You know, the week of, they're out there turning the track over, making sure it's in pristine conditions for our racers. But yeah, I definitely, maybe by November I'll make myself the track map like you're saying, because I honestly, I can't keep all these turns.
I just remember there were 7 turns.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to count
2,
and make sure
3,
I got them right.
Yeah. So right now they're going in, what, turn 2 now? No, that's turn 3.
I guess that'd be turn 3 at the top here. And you can really see on your screen right there how far Ariel Byarski has just checked out of this race right now. And there she goes.
Has.
Coming down, just hit the ski jump. As second and third are just now getting around the top of that hill.
Yeah, she's definitely checked out in her own. She's in her own zip code right now.
And it looked like Briley Lutz might have had a little trouble coming around the top side there. She lost some position.
Some track position.
As they are making their way up past the start-finish line right now. And as you can see in the corner of your screen, Byarski already down the back straightaway, so she's got about a third of a track advantage right now over second and third.
Again, that's when seat time is definitely something good to have, and she has a lot of seat time. Just makes you know how hard you can push your car, how hard you can jump the car, everything. Just 100% seat time is something that I always tell people.
She's getting air coming uphill.
Yeah, that's where the one car earlier that nose dove a little bit was on that same jump that she just was catching air. Going up, I believe that would be turn number 5 as she's going into 6 now.
She's making it look easy.
She is. She has had, you know, coaching. She had a coach, you know, helping her race. There's the white flag is out now for Ariel Byarski. But alongside having the seat time and the coaching and everything, she has definitely been an amazing racer to watch grow in this sport.
And she is, you can see there, hitting the back straightaway. She is already half a lap ahead of these guys, or these girls, I should say. This is the ladies' race.
Ladies' race. I mean, she turned a 1:04.805. I think that actually is faster than her lap time for her qualifying.
Yeah, no, that was the fastest lap of the race she did that last time. So Ariel Byarski on an absolute tear right now.
So she's out racing right now, and I know they switched the Pro Turbo and the Open class due to most of the racers going for points in the Pro class. So I'm not sure if the Pro class is next or not. If it is, she's going to be back-to-back on the track. That does not give her time.
Yeah, I was saying, hopefully she get enough time to catch her breath.
That doesn't give her car much time to cool down.
She's coming through turn 6 and into turn 7 here for one final time.
Checkered flag is out for Ariel Byarski in that number 1 spot.
And now going back to the battle for second and third as they're making their way down the ski jump. And let's see, starting third place, starting to bring it back in a little bit, but they're only going to have one more turn to go. Let's see.
I'm going to go ahead and get out here to Ariel just in case she is racing back-to-back, so give her a chance to go get her car checked on really quick. Probably throw some fuel in it. So I'm going to go see what these girls have to say.
Miss Ariel Byarski out here in the number 1 spot for our women's class. Let her get her helmet off. I don't know, Ariel, I'm not sure. Are you getting ready to go back out on course here in just a minute?
I think I have like an hour, hopefully. I got 2 more today.
Yeah, you have a couple more races to go. I know they changed up some stuff earlier on, and I don't have that schedule in front of me. But out front, I mean, you checked out. You were like a half a lap ahead just now at the end. And, I mean, it's great because you've had so much seat time in this car, and it definitely pays off.
Yeah, I mean, my dad's on my radio. He's like, come on, I know it has more than that. I'm like, dude, I got 2 more races today. I'm just trying to keep it together. But it was a good race. Track was good, and that's all I can say.
Yeah, well, you did a great job out there. Congratulations in the number 1 spot. And we'll see you back out here in just a little bit.
Thank you.
All right, and there we have it from Ariel Byarski. Dana Regis over here in the number 2 spot. I mean, the battle between you two just now was pretty good. And here you are at the finish line. How you feel?
Tired.
I mean, you're out here in a farm vehicle, so I mean, we're sitting here talking about how the farm vehicle is definitely race proven.
Yeah, it's doing pretty well thanks to my husband and everything he's done to it. So,
well, congratulations up here in the number 2 spot, and we'll see you later on.
All right, thank you.
All right, there we have it from Dana Regis. All right, Briley Lutz here in the number 3 spot. I love the sparklies you have in here. I just now recognize that. But Briley, great race out there. I mean, you guys, after the competition yellow, you two were like side by side. So, I mean, here you are though in the number 3 spot.
Yeah, it was definitely challenging some spots with some of the corners still being slick, but I just tried my hardest.
Well, you did a great job out there. I mean, great racing, young adult out here. Congratulations on the number 3 spot.
Thank you.
All right, and there we have it from our 1, 2, and 3, Ariel Byarski, Dana Regis, and Briley Lutz. All right, and next up, we have our last youth race of our 170s of the day. You can see that is Hudson Knight, the number 153. That is in that number 1 spot. So Hudson Knight, Lincoln Phelps, Zoe Kinlaw, Bo McElwaney. And I don't have the 327 here on my list. All right, you can see these kiddos are all lined up. We're getting our women's class out of the infield. As our youth modified class out in lineup, there's going to be 5 kids taking the green flag. Here in just a moment, they'll bring them around over here to get them lined up, transponder check, and all of that good stuff. I believe the 327 is Whoople. All right, we'll be going here in just a moment. Once again for the kiddos. As Tillman Ewing is over there, he'll be sending the cars here in just a little bit. Okay, as we can see, the tiny tots, as I call them, all lined up over there. Jamie making sure everything's all set.
Now what's the difference between this class and the limited class? So is this a back to stock?
Well, this can
or
be
more controlled, or is this?
This is the modified class. These are the you're going to completely
these
see.
are the real fast kids.
Yeah, the real fast 170s. These are the ones where, I mean, these are purpose-built modified cars. They're all pretty much built. They look exactly the same over there in lineup, but you'll definitely see the difference in the speed. This is where they will be jumping and getting air. They won't be just, you know, a couple inches off the ground. They'll be like a foot off the ground possibly on the ski jump.
Oh, wow.
Definitely a lot of speed difference. And again, Hudson Knight right there in the number 153, as you can see, Jamie Ewing right there. He's just going through making sure everybody's all.
Now, is that the same car he was in?
No.
He's got the same livery.
It looks exactly the same. It's built by the same builder, but it's different.
Okay, because I don't know if he like hooked the computer up, put a different tune on it for the modified race.
No, he has two cars, and his dad will be racing here in just a little bit as well. I have to say, yesterday during qualifying, it was funny. His dad actually forgot to put fuel in his own car.
Oh, no.
We're giving him a hard time about it, but Hudson Knight right there taking the whole shot out in front with Lincoln Phelps in that number 2 spot. I mean, both of those kiddos were racing last race.
Yeah, and you can see they were the first 2 off the line, too. They're already leaving second and third in their dust right now. As you can see them racing up the hill here at turn 3, coming back down.
So car 1 builds Hudson Knight's cars, I believe, and also the camouflage one, the 327. Not on our list here, but I believe that's Whoople on the 327. That's not on my list right here, but he'll also be racing in he already raced today in the youth 170 class.
Yeah, you can tell these guys are already moving with more authority than the
definitely
than the last 2. And yeah, getting some air coming off the ski jump there.
See, and this is where they have to be a little bit careful because they just threw a little bit of water down. You can see they're searching for that dry spot. And you can hear the difference as well. Definitely a difference in the engine sounds. So this will be another 5-lap race.
And it's starting to look like first place. Hudson Knight's already pulling away from Lincoln Phelps, although it's scoring Lincoln as the fast lap that last time.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Although, judging by what we see on track, he's definitely lagging behind a little bit.
Yeah, Hudson Knight, Lincoln Phelps, Zoe Kinlaw, Philip Whoople, and Bo McElwaney are 5 kids out on course. But like you were saying, yeah, Lincoln Phelps has clocked a 3:08.144 and Hudson Knight a 3:24.521. That just doesn't really make much sense to me on time. Where did Lincoln Phelps have the extra? What is that?
That's 20 seconds
yeah.
almost. Might have been a manual score. Might have started his lap and then it picked up.
Maybe.
Right now, you're following the race leader, Hudson Knight, as he goes down the ski jump.
And you can see, I mean, like we were seeing from the other angle, they are getting more air for sure. Oh, and look at that.
Oh,
see?
and he wiggles and goes wide.
He got up into that darker spot where they put some water down,
But
so
it looks like
up.
Lincoln Phelps hit a little bit of trouble, too, because he almost did the same thing, but on the inside.
Or he could have been preparing for a spin.
Oh, yeah, because he saw that ahead of him.
Yes, you're always looking ahead as a racer, right? You don't ever look straight down because that's when things can happen and go wrong really quick, as if you're not looking straight ahead at what's in front of you, I should say. That's something I had to learn as a racer myself, as I had to learn that not look right in front of my car. I had to look ahead.
Yeah, always got to keep your eyes up because you never know what's going on.
Well, no, you drive faster that way, too. Like, once I finally got out of the don't look down, like don't look right in front of you,
yeah,
look ahead.
You can't get tunnel vision.
No, you can't. Always looking at, I mean, it's the same with like dirt bike racing and dirt bike riding in general. Like, you're always looking ahead. You know, you don't want to hit the rocks and don't want to hit the ruts, and that's when things go south. But these kids, that's what it looked like to me, as he was looking ahead enough to see maybe something triggered him to check up just a tick.
And we will get the gap at the line, but they're going to be 1 to go until the competition caution. So they're doing 10 laps on this one, right?
No, they should be doing 5.
Well, then
I'm pretty sure they're doing 5.
Let's see what flag's in hand here. There's no flag. Maybe they're doing 6?
You know, they could have. I thought that the smaller
We'll find
classes were doing 5, but these kids are faster, obviously. I mean, look at the lap times of 1:16s. We have our adult classes. Some of them are turning.
Well, they're making the drone work a little bit, trying to keep up with them, so you definitely know they got some speed. Because that drone can do about 45, 50 miles an hour in film mode the way we got it. It can go a little bit quicker in sport mode, but
Well, we'll see what flag is out when they come across the line this time. And Philip Walpole, I was thinking the youth that he already raced once today, but he will be in the Youth 1000 classes coming up here later on. So he has one more race to go out there right now, running in that number 3 spot for our youth modified class. See, they're getting a little bit of air too, heading up to that turn 5.
and now you can see all 4 coming off here at the ski jump. Just floating it down the hill.
You can see Hudson Knight just took that turn just a little bit lower that time. He wasn't so high up in it.
Yeah, let's see. It looks like yellow's in hand. No? Maybe? We just letting it ride?
Maybe they're doing 6 full laps.
Yeah, let the kids play.
Exactly. Again, though, I mean, their lap times, if you look at our Youth 1000 class, the fastest lap time on Youth 1000 qualifying yesterday was a 1:07, but the majority of them are a 1:10 and above lap time. And Hudson Knight, I mean, he's running a 1:16, so he's 6 seconds off of a Youth 1000 class qualifying time. That's not bad at all.
No.
And these still modified. That goes to show you how fast these modified
yeah.
cars are.
And he's pulling away from Phelps right now.
Yes, he is.
And it looks like most of the field is pretty spread out. I don't see any battles right now.
No.
Although it looks like actually got a little bit of action heating up here towards the back.
Now that's Zoe Kinlaw and Philip Walpole.
Oh, we got a car off course right here.
Well, that's actually a race car. That's Boodle. He
never mind.
He races in 2 different classes, so he's more than likely just transferring one of his cars over here because he has 2 cars. 2 cars and 1 driver, so.
We always tell the drone pilots, if you see anybody off course, focus on,
exactly.
Focus on the action.
Hey, he did his job. White flag is out. Oh, right. So it looks like 7 laps then they'll be doing.
And now we're following your leader again, Hudson Knight, as he's coming through turn 1.
He's even getting air off of the backstretch jumps as well.
And I love this shot, too, where the drone's going backwards. You see him racing towards the camera.
Yeah, it's always
really
such a cool shot.
cool looking shot. And I think we're going to try and get the FPV drone back out here for November. I heard some rumblings that they might want us to bring out both drone pilots.
Nice.
So
that's a big weekend.
That'll give us some awesome coverage.
Yeah, that's a very busy weekend out here. It's fun.
Yeah, and I'm having the big Thanksgiving at my house the day before, and then I got to pack up and head down here for the Friday, Saturday. So that's going to be definitely a busy weekend in my house.
Yeah, we usually do the Thanksgiving. Last 2 years we've done Thanksgiving out here ourselves.
I might tell everybody just to go home, and I'll just come join y'all.
There you go. Last year, we ended up in, I believe it was Jamie Ewing and the Hills were all here. Like, we ended up in their camp with Thanksgiving dinner because it was just us 3. And there's the checkered flag. It is out and waving for Hudson Knight once again out here at Durhamtown.
And that was a dominant performance by Hudson.
Yes, very.
I think he put the skinny pedal down, and he didn't let it up till the end of the race. So
He did. Well, I'm going to go out and go ahead and start these conversations really quick so we can keep this flow moving. Moving on over here to Hudson Knight once again. Hudson, another amazing race for you out here. Did you have fun on this one?
It was a lot of fun.
So I have to say, you were getting some decent air. I mean, you were jumping pretty far. Could you tell that the about a foot off the ground kind of thing?
Kinda.
Well, you look good out there. Congratulations in this number 1 spot once again, Hudson Knight. We'll see you later on.
Thank you.
All right. There we have it. Lincoln Phelps, here you are up here once again in this number 2 spot. Did you have more fun in this car?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep, it looked like you guys were having a lot more fun out here for sure, going a lot faster, getting higher on the jumps, faster in the turns. So in this car, what's your favorite part of the track?
Same thing, bottom 2 turns.
Bottom 2 turns, I like it. Well, congratulations in this number 2 spot, and we'll catch you later.
Thank you.
All right, there we have it. And now Bo McElwaney. Bo, here in the number 3 spot, did you have fun on this one?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you did a great job out there. I mean, the last part of this track right here, you know, I didn't get to see the passes and everything just now because I was over here. So here you are in the 3rd position. How do you feel about that?
I feel great.
Well, you look good out there. It looks like you were having some fun. Congratulations. We'll catch you later.
Thank you.
All right, and there we have it, Bo McElwaney in that number 3 spot as our Youth 1000 class is making their way over here. All right, the kiddos are all complete for the day, so we're moving into our Youth 1000 class, but we have a guest up here in the booth here, Mr. Boodle. Here we are, Jeb Boodle. How you feeling today?
Can't complain, can't complain. Ain't a bad day at Durhamtown, you know, so I love being out here. We love seeing the racing going on, and it's always a good day when we're out here at Durhamtown. So, but that was a heck of a battle for 3rd place. We didn't show it much on the live stream, but because the other 2 were way out in front, and you're already interviewing them. But that was a good battle in that mod kids class. So hope to see some good battles in this youth side-by-side class.
Yeah, I saw Kinlaw was running in that number 3 position, and then Bo McElwaney comes in and actually ends up in 3rd position.
I think he came from 5th to 3rd, and on that last lap.
Yeah.
So that was a good race.
It's a good battle. You know, it's always good to, you know, the kids learning to pass. And, I mean, you've been racing for a long time. So with these kids, you know, learning to pass and everything, it's just such good experience for them for when they're moving up into the classes like the Youth 1000 class and everything like we're getting ready to see. So, you know, I didn't see the pass, but I was like, what in the world? Whenever I saw the ending of it. But it's funny because during that race, you must have been bringing your race car down here.
Yeah, I got a race right after this one, so I'm only being here for half the race, and I got to get ready to go fast myself. But no, yeah, like you said about these kids learning and getting seat time and learning how to pass. This class coming up is what it's all about. Mm-hmm. You know, you got the kids coming from these 170s into 1,000 class, and it's a good class for them to go start in because instead of racing with adults that been racing for a little bit and beginner adults as well, it keeps the adults from hurting kids and the kids from hurting the adults.
Exactly.
And it's all just kids out here and all moving up from the 170 class and learning these big cars and getting them ready to step into the sportsman pro and so far. So
exactly. Well, let's talk about this too. I mean, their lap times. Eli Harris's lap time yesterday for qualifying was a 1:07.429.
Correct.
I mean, you're for your pro and A, you're a 1:03.035, but for your pro turbo 1:01. So I mean, their lap times aren't that far off in reality. I mean, obviously, seat time and turbos and everything else, but for it's 4 seconds right there between your and A.
And qualifying, tracks are different as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you can't. It's hard to compare it off that, but
right.
I mean, still, Eli's out there running sportsman times. I'm sure he's going to move into sportsman NA next year and get out the youth and so as he advances and go to sportsman and maybe next year go to pro. So like I said, this youth class is a good starter class for kids jumping out of 170s before they make the big step into adult class. To race against other kids and to also learn and get seat time, going around the track and learning how to pass and all that good stuff. So
yeah, learning to pass is definitely key because you want to keep it clean. I mean, open wheel racing. So
correct. So. But there's a lot of kids out here, and it's always a good race in this class. So looking forward to it.
Yeah. So here we have. I don't have Hudson Wilson on here because I do. He's right here. He did qualify in that number 3 spot yesterday. He was having some car issues yesterday, and they came out and did a couple laps.
Shakedown laps, yeah.
Yeah, just to get it, but he wasn't out with the whole group. They filtered his time in there. So, but Crosby Michaels, moving up this year into the Youth 1000 class. We got Briley Lutz, who just raced in the women's class. Seat time and everything. But we have 11. Well, we actually have 10 cars. Unfortunately, Tillman's car yesterday, the transmission cracked.
Transmission issue. Yep.
Yeah, so that's a bummer. But, yeah, we have 10 cars that should be taking the green flag. It looks like they are going through.
One of our biggest classes out here,
Exactly.
It's good to see.
Looks like
this is the future of our sport right here. So.
Yes, exactly. And the number 71 of Carden McElwaney. So Carden yesterday, couple tumbles in qualifying.
Right.
I mean, that was not fun to see, but good to see that they're out on course.
I heard they had a couple brake issues and then also some steering issues. So hopefully they got that resolved last night and come out here and not end up on the lid again.
Yeah,
that's not a good day right there.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Looks like they're having some transponder things too going on here. Make sure everybody's reading. It's all about placement for these transponders because the loop is so far in the ground, right? And it's all about making sure it reads. And here it looks like they're throwing their numbers in. So 327, Philip Wapple. And the 527, I don't have 527 on my list here. And that silver RS1. So I'm not sure who that car is. Oh, wait, Luke Strickland's in the 27. As we're looking at our number 1 qualifier in the 115, Eli Harris.
Yeah, Eli Harris has came a long way in the past year or two. He didn't race a while here short course because he wasn't a 570. He didn't have many races around here, so he took a couple of years off and then jumped into this RS1, and he won the first round here at Durhamtown, and then multiple podiums, and he's always been a podium front runner and qualifying in the race. So had an issue last race. He made a little contact and broke the spindle, but had the fastest lap, was the fastest car out there. So isn't unlikely to see him in that top qualifier spot.
Well, and he goes and does the endurance races at night.
Correct.
So, I mean, he's getting different styles of seat time. And the endurance racing, I mean, you guys.
Yeah, he's been endurance racing in the break of short course he had in the past couple of years. But like I said, this was his first year back kind of really in short course. And it's good to see him out here progressing. He gives a lot of credit to iRacing. iRacing's been a big help for him, he says, and just seat time on either the Pro 4s or just anything. So a lot of these guys out here use iRacing as a big advantage, like Hudson Wilson and even Peanut Folger and the Sportsman side by side you've seen out here earlier. So the dads always say, them video games don't help, but you look at Eli Harris up here in that top qualifier by 3 seconds?
Yeah.
And it says different.
Exactly. I totally agree with you on that too. I mean, doing those sim racing, the iRacing and all of that stuff, it is definitely something. You're not in the car, right?
Correct.
I mean, but it just gives you the feel and makes you learn to turn.
It's a lot about racecraft, like passing and just lines choices and steering with the brakes and just the little things that add up and make those tense.
Exactly. So Eli Harris is second in points. Briley Lutz is in first.
He was leading, and then, like I said, last round when he broke that spindle, he dropped back position. So he's looking to rebound. We got 2 more points rounds, this one and Thanksgiving. So he has some time. You just gotta stay focused, not make those mistakes, and keep doing what he's doing. Obviously, he's starting off the weekend pretty good.
Exactly.
So as long as he keep that pace and keep calm, and he should be a good battle at the end.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 4 points. It's only 4 points between him and Briley. So, yeah, it's all going to shake down to this race, how it all pans out. Hopefully he has a clean race and a good race and a smooth race, right? They say smooth is fast.
Correct.
So as long as he keeps it smooth and, yeah,
your two front points runners are starting side by side here, so it should be interesting.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, this is our largest grid of the day, so I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, definitely. It's what is it? 10 cars out there? 10 cars out on the course at the same time. And the youth, I mean, like, usually you see, like, the pro classes and stuff stacked, and it's our youth racers. Again, the future of our sport.
And it's only going to get bigger. Like Hudson Knights just got an XP1000, and he's looking to move up into this class next year, and maybe for the Thanksgiving I hear. So, and then a couple others in that mod kids class are looking to move up into a 170 RS1. So.
In Caroline.
Class is only in Caroline
Yep.
Claire. Yep, she's looking to get into an RS1. So class is just getting bigger and bigger, and it's good to see. Like I said, the future of sports right here in front of your eyes. So,
I mean, I know that the side-by-side classes in any form of racing across the board is our fastest growing, but I don't know if I've seen a youth class this large.
Correct.
So out here at Durhamtown, it's great to see that large of a class for the youth out here racing the side-by-side series out here. As your dad, Everett Boodle, making his way around to the starting grid. So we were watching earlier, John Dobbs, he literally held off to the last second to go.
It's all a strategy. It's all mind game.
Exactly.
Some like to go right at the cone. Some like to wait a little bit and let the other cars behind them get antsy. But it looks like Briley got a good jump and was able to stay side by side on Eli and got the lead. So
yeah, she did get the lead, didn't she? That's the number 44 right there.
Mason Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, he's battling
Look at
back.
that.
It's a good battle for the lead. They know
Oh,
that's point champion. Oh,
we have one. Oh, no, that's Briley just now
Briley.
went over. Hopefully she's going to be okay. Took that a little bit wide there. She is on all fours, but, oh, you know what? The back. Look at the back of her car. If the drone can go around to. No, it looks like the tire was crooked, but it's not.
that's one thing about side-by-side racing. Sometimes if you get not too hard of a crash, you can keep going after a roll like that. So hopefully she can keep going and continue. But
did you see the divot in the ground where her car had hit the roll cage? But you know what? That's what safety gear is all about. So we'll get, knowing that she will be okay, we'll get the thumbs up for that eventually. That's not good for her points-wise, though.
no, she just took the lead. So that's an unfortunate day for Briley.
Yes.
She had a really good start, too. Eli didn't get a good jump, and Briley was able to get around and they had a good battle. But, you have days like that of racing, and it's not always good. So, but hopefully she's all right, and she can continue on, and she can bounce back in that second half. Looks like they're checking on her right there. She's off the track, so they're going to keep going,
yes,
which is good.
So Eli Harris in the number 1 spot. Sister cars right there, Hudson Wilson, Luke Strickland, side-by-side racing.
That is a really good battle right there.
It is, definitely. I mean, they're equal cars, and now it's all about the driver, right?
Correct.
Oh, and there's
there's a
another
caution
one.
flag.
Another yellow flag. Who is that car? Oh,
That's
is the
Carter.
number 16. Yeah, Carter Williams. Couple cautions right here. Looks like it's just a spin out maybe up at the top of the hill.
Yeah. So another thing we're trying this round is local caution. So you see that yellow and red flag. The yellow is local caution. So there's a when you see that caution flag, you're supposed to slow up right there. And once you pass the incident, you can continue on racing. We're trying to do it to save time. And a lot of the bigger series like Champ Off-Road and some other series as well have adopted that form of caution. So instead of doing a whole full course caution, we can continue to race and save some time.
Oh, it saves so much time.
Correct.
Lucas
But
Oil
if
used to do that
it's a
too.
bad wreck in the middle of the track, we use that red flag to stop everybody, and that would be like our old style caution in a sense. So we have 2 different types of flags out there for y'all watching at home, and that's the difference between the two. So
yeah.
Just something we're trying out. If it works, then we'll continue to do so. But
yeah, I was talking about that earlier on, like trying that out and everything. I think it's great to do. I think, like you're saying, it's going to save time because doing a full course caution, this is a very large race course. I mean,
Correct.
it's a lot of ground to cover. So
we're running longer lap times here than at some Champ Off-Road races. So it's a long track. It takes a while for us to get going each time we throw a caution. So and also lets the races continue, and so there's not so much downtime, and the fans can stay interested and not go off somewhere else.
Exactly. You got to keep that interest for sure. And it's so awesome to see Hudson and Luke still racing side by side, battling it out for that number 2 and 3 position while Eli Harris is checked out.
Their buddies off the track, but when it comes on the track, the visor's down there, they're battling.
That's what we were talking about earlier with the 170
kids,
classes.
really.
Yeah, we have 170 classes. They're out there, all game face on racing each other, but they'll be riding their bikes together in the pits later on.
Yeah, later on they'll be out there wrestling in the dirt or something.
So I didn't catch which number. Oh, so Hudson is in the 402, so out in front.
Did you see Luke getting really close, though, in that turn?
Yeah, Hudson's playing more of a protective line. He's holding that bottom. He's kind of easing around the corners, and Luke's kind of wide of his turns and gets good exit, as you can see right there, side by side.
Oh, and look at that. Looks like Luke just passed him.
It's hard to see. You get identical cars. You can't really see the number plates that good.
Yep.
Luke's in the lead, second.
He made that pass on him. But that'd be pretty cool,
See
you know.
the two different types of driving styles there.
Yeah.
You know, Hudson's kind of holding the bottom, keeping the car a little more straighter, and Luke's just sitting there in there sideways. So that's working for him right now. So maybe Hudson can learn that. And
oh no!
I just saw a big crash from Luke Strickland.
Luke Strickland, yes.
Just I was talking about him slinging it sideways. He slung it a little bit too sideways off the jump and took a little tumble there.
So
they're going to throw the red flag out.
I can physically see him right here. He's moving around.
Don't look like heavy damage to the car, but he's pulling off. So.
Well, I'm wondering if it's a steering.
He did take a hard hit on that right side whenever he landed sideways. There's the replay right there.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So
I mean,
it could have messed up a right side component or something.
It definitely when he nose dove in, that's such a hard hit too.
Right.
We see drivers do that quite often.
All right, they're able to get him off the track and let the racing continue. So that's good. The safety crew's checking him right now.
All right, so let's see. That's Luke Strickland over here. And looks like we should be going into competition yellow as well. I saw the flag coming out.
Yep.
All right, so Eli Harris still holding that #1 spot. All right, so they're holding him there.
All right, caution. I gotta go get ready for my race.
All
So
right.
thanks for having me. I hope I can be back up here for like open side by side. But yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, you're always welcome no matter what, and I love the knowledge and everything, so good luck on your race.
Thank you.
All right, as again, like we see, the competition yellow is out. You can see Luke Strickland right there in the bottom of your screen. Tillman Ewing's over there making sure he's all good, as Jeb Boodle was running on over to his car to get in it. So we'll get this race back complete as the yellow flag is waving for this competition yellow. I'm actually going to run over really quick and check on Luke Strickland. I'll be right back. All right, really quick, I'm going to walk on over here to Luke Strickland. Luke Strickland, you took a gnarly tumble just now, and you're sitting over here just taking it all in, aren't you?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
I mean, you said you want to go watch it because I told you we have it on instant replay, but I'm glad you're okay. That's all that matters. All the people up here watching, they got front row of your tumble just now, but you were having a great race. I mean, you were battling it out with Hudson.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Pretty tight race there for second.
Well, here you are, though, on the sidelines. Now you have a front row seat to watching this, but I'm glad you're okay. That's all that matters, and you are having a great race. So good job on that, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, and there we have it. Luke Strickland over here took a gnarly nosedive, as you guys all up there saw, front row.
I mean, I ducked up here in the booth when I saw that.
I mean, the kid's got a smile on his face, and I told him that you have it on instant replay and everything, so he said he's going to go watch it afterwards. But right now,
So I'm sure his mechanic doesn't have a smile on his face.
You know, I actually looked at the car. You can tell where he hit. The bumper looks fine. There is a little bit of a dent on the top of the metal, the roof. Otherwise, it was totally fine. So I think he's just a little shooken up there after that gnarly tumble.
Well, I'm happy it happened just past my camera because he was heading towards that side of the track.
Yeah, I mean, talk about placement right there. But here we are back, green flag racing, 5 laps in total to go. I think they've already clicked one off since I've been out.
Yes, and I don't think they're updating scoring right now because they're having a hand score up in the booth. I talked to them briefly during that break. So they will update it for the final running order, so you're going to have to go off your sheet here and whatever numbers you can recognize up front.
The bad thing is the third place car, I don't know. I don't have that person on my list, the 527, so I'm not sure. I apologize to everybody watching. I'm not sure who's in the 527.
Well, if he finishes in third, we'll make sure you call him out a lot during the interview.
Exactly, but we do have Eli Harris still out in front. That is Hudson Wilson in that number 2 spot. No, I'm sorry. That was not Hudson Wilson.
Well, this is the battle for second and third we're watching on our screen right now.
Look at that bicycling.
Oh, yeah, he's two-wheeling up there.
What? I think that's actually – I got to get this number off that car.
And here they are on your screen right now. Great drone work from
Michaels.
Jeffrey Farver, Lumicube Engineering.
He's a great drone pilot, I can tell you.
Practically skimming the roof of those cars, man. They're getting close.
I love that, like what you were just saying, how, he's backing up with the cars coming straight at you. I do love that view. It's awesome. But number 2 spot, it looks like it is Crosby Michaels in the number 2 position. That was up there battling it out with a 5.27.
It looks like we're on back to 4th and 5th position right now.
Trying to get these names all straight here.
Because there's your leader there on the top side of your screen going by. Second, third, so this is 4th and 5th right now that we're watching on our screen. And getting some side-by-side action here coming through the turn 3 as they make their way back up the hill. Getting ready for that ski jump.
Yeah, the black car with the orange numbers, that's the number 71 of Caden Carden McElwaney. And I believe that's the 27 of Avery Davis right there battling it out. Nope, that's a 327 actually, Philip Walpole. So Philip Walpole and Avery Carden McElwaney, that's who we're watching right now. Battling out, would you say that was 4th and 5th position?
Yes, this is 4th and 5th we're watching right now on our screen as they're coming down the back straightaway. You see him just cresting the jump right there going underneath our drone.
Yeah, that's where the battle is definitely going on right then and there, the 327 and the 71.
And they're making their way all the way up the furthest spot from us here, all the way in the back side of the track.
That's turn 3, right?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, and there is our race leader, Mr. Eli Harris, making his way around.
And you can see him just off the top of your screen. So he is, about 3 turns ahead right now of the battle we're watching. And he doesn't have much competition in his rearview mirror.
No, he does not. Oh,
there
he's got
he
a little
is.
smoke coming off of his tire, though. Oh, look, his tire's loose.
He's got a camber mod on there.
That's
not good.
Hopefully he finishes strong.
And look at this, back for 4th and 5th. Are we going to see a pass here coming to the start-finish? We
Yeah.
might.
Carden McElwaney.
And we got to see if we can go find that race leader, because this is going to be an interesting storyline here. He's going to be pedaling that thing across the finish line.
Yes, he is.
That back tire hanging on for dear life.
Where did he go? I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him either.
Oh, there he is.
So I'm looking at the wrong screen. I thought I was, yeah. Oh, look at that thing. Oh, he's got a loose
I wonder
linkage
if it's the
or
lug
something.
nuts. I wonder if the lug nuts are a little
I hope
loose.
that's all it is. And you can see him coming down. He's going to limp this thing across the finish line.
This is where it's going to want to roll over.
Oh, look at that thing.
Come on, Eli.
Oh, that is crazy.
Oh, and look at that. He got the checker.
He is just going to.
Thank goodness he had the lead that he had.
He might have had one more lap in him.
Maybe.
With the lead that he had, but my God, that was some driving there. Pedaling that thing. Yeah, go out there with a ruler. Let's see what his camber's at.
It looks like a tie rod on the back.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
That was impressive.
Yes, it was. All right, got these kids in here. I'm going to move on over there to these interviews.
Yeah, we'll see if we get our drone operator over there, get a final shot of that rear tire there. And let's see, there goes Pam Hall out.
Eli Harris. Wow, I'm looking. And the brake caliper is wrapped around, almost wrapped around your axle. Eli Harris, you barely finished that race just now. I don't know if you know what's going on back here.
I don't really. I haven't looked either.
Yeah, your brake caliper is wrapped around, what is that, your tie rod?
Yeah, it seems like it.
And she's smoking, but hey, first place, congratulations on that. I mean, you got out front, you had quite a lead. You feeling pretty good right now?
Thank you.
All right, well, Eli, I'll let you get going and limp your car back to the pits because there's some work that'd be done on it.
Yes, sir.
All right, there we have it. Eli Harris. Do you get second? No. Do you get second or third? We don't know. We don't know? All right, Avery Davis in the number 2 spot. Just now found out that. So, Avery, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. This is one of my first pole positions actually here, and I'm really happy to get this pole position.
Well, congratulations on a great race out there. You ran an amazing race, so congratulations.
Thank you very, very much.
All right, there we have it from Avery Davis, and here we are, Crosby Michaels. Crosby Michaels, here you are in this number 3 spot. How you feeling?
Good.
All right, well, you had a great race going on out there, quite the battle. I mean, up here in this number 3 spot for your first year in RS1. How you feeling?
Good.
All right, well, congratulations on the number 3 spot, and we'll catch you later on.
Thank you.
All right, and there we have it. Eli Harris, Avery Davis, and Crosby Michaels.
And there's a great shot of a track dog. That's what we love to see, all the animals out here. Good old track pupper. Ah, nice. What's his name?
I don't know the doggy's name, but that's Mike's dog. That dog is always right next to him. Never leaves his side. But did you get a look on the camera?
Yeah, we did. We had that thing zoomed in. That was wrapped
gosh.
around the axle. Yeah.
It was right over the axle and wrapped all the way around the tie rod, but that thing was still smoking when he came in.
Let me tell you, that was the race of the day so far. We'll go ahead and look at some of these highlights. Couple notable ones here. We got the sideways.
He landed sideways off the jump. That's what it was. I thought he nose dove.
And then we also had this one on the opening laps as well.
I mean, look at all of them. We're all bunched up. That was Briley Lutz right there. Just got off to the side just a little bit and just caught a rut,
and
it looks
then here's
like.
that sad tire. Thank God it was the rear tire.
Seriously.
Because these guys are all-wheel drive, so
like
he was at least able to limp it back around.
It had to be the caliper must just came loose, and that's what had to happen. But the whole tire, I don't know.
Yeah, and I
Weird.
think all that smoke was just the brake line just rubbing against the axle joint there. But, man, hey, hats off to him. He drove it to the finish, got the win and the points.
Exactly. All right, so let's see which class is up next. I know Boodle's in this, but I'm not sure. His cars look so
always, when
much
you're racing
alike.
when you're racing the race director.
Well, this is his son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Everett is not racing this race. I think
we saw him almost drown in about 2 inches of water
Yeah.
last time we were out here.
Yeah,
Or last time I was
exactly.
here with you. And
Yeah.
I don't know how he did last month, but
He hasn't raced since that race.
that was still a wild one too, because he drove it to a podium after that.
I think he was testing out coming out of retirement or something. I'm not sure.
Here's
Wanted to have
your
some
sign.
fun. Exactly. All right, so we'll get the rest of the cars out here. So because Jeb races in the Pro NA and the Pro Turbo, so I'm not sure until I see the next car come out. That's how I'll know which class this is. And Will Harris, who is our person down in staging, that was his son Eli just now, so he came over here just to see what was going on. But the cars are not allowed to come out until he says so. So that's probably why we don't have them out here yet. So
Yeah,
Colin
I hear
Truitt-
them coming. I can kind of see them on the edge of the screen here making their way out.
Okay, so this is going to be our Pro NA class with Jeb Boodle as our top qualifier yesterday with a 103.035. Colin Truitt in the number 17 in our number 2 spot. At the 3rd position, the number 111 of Tristan Snell. And 27, Cameron Michael in that 4th position. Cody Gifford in the number 301 in that 5th position. Santana Snell. I don't see Santana out here, but the Jeff Griggs in the 629 in that number 7 spot. So I'm not sure if Santana is not starting. She qualified, though, yesterday in that number 6 spot. So she might not be making her way out here for this race. But her brother is out there.
Well, let's hope she can make it out,
Let's
because
hope.
more cars are always better.
Exactly. Exactly.
Love seeing huge car counts. That last race still.
Oh, my gosh. 10 youth out there at once. I mean, and an eventful race,
Yes.
too. I mean, everybody's good, everybody's safe. But, yeah, I mean, a very eventful race that we just watched.
Definitely filled the highlight reel.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to go clip some of those after this and put them up on social for you guys to check out.
Everybody, I mean, as long as everybody's okay, everybody always likes a good crash.
Yeah, and we always try and make sure, broadcasting etiquette, you got to make sure the driver gives the thumbs up before you show the replay, because
Exactly.
and at least with these guys, they're in roll cages, tied down to their seats. When we're doing go-karts, they get tossed, and it is sometimes it's scary, and you don't know until you see them start moving. And we always err on the side of caution with that.
Right.
And fortunately, here, seems like most guys have landed on their feet, or landed wheels down and
Rubber side down.
Yep, been able to drive off, but that's still an interesting concept for me that you can flip like that and keep going.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. Again, like the number 71 that was in the last race. I mean, they flipped twice yesterday. The first time they flipped, they kept going.
And they're still out here going. Wow.
Exactly. And ended up, I don't know where they ended up, actually. So we got some water going down on the course right now.
Yeah, only time I ever flipped was in a snowmobile.
I've never even been on a snowmobile, but
And
I don't think that'd be fun.
That is an interesting driving dynamic, the way those things work, because there's no front brakes.
Yeah.
And when any kind of panic braking, you just start sliding, because it's just a brake on the rear track.
Okay. Yeah,
And it's kind of like, and it's like driving a boat with a rudder. You have to have speed to be able to turn, because there's no low speed maneuverability, because you're on the skis.
Okay.
And so it's very, very interesting driving dynamic, but crashing in snow is actually I guess probably more fun than crashing on dirt.
Yeah.
It's a little softer.
Yeah, probably, unless it's hard packed. Sometimes snow is not so soft.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's usually where it happens, because you'll be on a hard pack on the trail, and then you'll drift off into some powder, and the grip changes, and that's usually what catches you.
One day I hope to go get on a snowmobile. I've had offers. My husband and I've had offers for us to go up into Montana area and do some snowmobiling.
I definitely, if you ever get the opportunity, take it up. I went to college up in Maine for a couple years and got to go home with one of my roommates for spring break one year, and his whole family had snowmobiles. We spent the whole week riding. It was a blast. Went all the way up to Canada and back.
Huh.
They had a McDonald's there that is
Really?
snowmobile drive-through and got fast food.
Funny.
It was cool.
That's funny, actually.
And there's some cool stuff, too, like places you can only get when it snowed.
Really?
You know, that you can't get any other time of year.
That'd be really cool. That'd be fun. I love adventure, so that'd be a great adventure.
But I'll say 1 week at a time because I was living up there at the time, and I don't think I want to go back to living up there. Maine is it's a whole different country.
I've never been to Maine.
About 15, 16 feet of snow a year up there, and doesn't get warm until pretty much June.
Really?
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
Oh, no,
I've never been there.
This time of year, it's God's country up there, especially we call them leafers. You know, all the people that come up and stare at the trees, and yeah, it's so pretty up there.
Yeah,
and you have moose. That's the other thing. You
know,
you got lobster rolls, you get lighthouses, and you get moose.
Huh.
And snowmobiling.
Sounds like a good road trip. But
oh no, definitely a bucket list thing to go do.
I'm not in the snow though. Oh goodness. All right, so we have, what is this? 5 cars that'll be taking the green flag out here. I thought we had 6 cars. So Jeb Boodle, Colin Truitt, Tristan Snell, Cameron Michael, Cody Gifford. I do not see Santana, and I'm not sure Jeff Griggs. Oh, Jeff Griggs is actually getting pushed over here, so they had to do a push start because of the clutching. They are able to do that.
Oh, so kind of like how they do the World of Outlaw guys, the
Yes.
410 sprint cars.
Exactly. But this was manpower without the. Don't they usually have a quad or something that pushes them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Doing that by hand, no, thank you.
Yeah, there was about 4 or 5 of them.
I would love to see some 410 sprint cars take to this track.
Yeah, that would.
Imagine the airtime those guys would catch.
Oh.
Well, they'd catch it once, and that'd be
They'd
about
catch it
it.
once, and then they'd be tumbling. They would not land rubber side down. I don't think. They're hooking him up over here. So the 629 doesn't look like Jeff Griggs will be taking the start unless they're going to try to pull to where he can start her up.
And that is a tough break.
Literally. Let's see what they're going to do.
You know, it's one thing when it's in the garage and it won't start. Oh, hey, here's something firing.
They hooked him up with a winch cable, or not a winch cable, but a tow strap.
Gave him a tow to roll start it.
Yes.
Well, just don't stall.
Don't stall and don't turn it off.
I would say it's one thing when it won't fire up in the garage and you can't even make it to the track. It's another thing when it fires up and you get on track and then it dies and then you just, and especially when you're the one. I would say he's holding up the show, but everybody's looking at you like, come on, and it's just
dead in the water.
That frustration of just sitting out there. To me, it's probably one of the worst feelings as a racer.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. For sure. Let's see what we have going on here. I can kind of see our next car lineup over there on the side. Trying to see what class that will be. I think it's going to be our Open NA next after this. Trying to get my papers straight. All right, so there we have it. 6 cars taking the green flag now that the 629 got a little bit of a jump start there. Again, good thing for clutching, right?
Yes.
You couldn't have done that with one of these.
I had to do that in high school a few times with my truck because I'd leave the headlights on, come out to dead batteries, so I get a couple buddies to push me down the hill.
Yeah. All right, so here we have it off the start. Jeb Boodle, who was in here with us, joining some TV time, and Colin Truitt side by side.
Rubbing tires as they come down the back straightaway.
Man, those guys, they race against each other at Champ. They race against each other here.
You got to have a lot of confidence in the guy next to you to be racing like that.
That makes me very nervous because we've all seen it.
Well, doing it over the jumps, because if you come down funny when you're touching wheels like that, a couple guys going real wide.
That is Colin Truitt that went wide and off the track right there. It looks like he just slid right off the track.
At least he kept it on all fours.
Yes. Let's see. I'm going to look at.
Because we saw that exact same maneuver last race, and it didn't end the same way. And look at this, 2-car battle, almost 3-car battle for second place right now as they're heading to the ski jump.
Wanting to look at the points here for this class. So Jeb Boodle is number 1 in points for this class. Tristan Snell, who's third place, is second in points. But Jeb has a 21-point lead, basically, on second place.
And right now we're watching that battle for second place as they come barreling down the back straightaway. Second, third, and fourth just passing under our camera position right there.
And you saw Cameron Michael kind of came off that last little jump a little crooked, but straightened it right back up.
And now we're looking at the leader.
So we have Jeb Boodle out in front.
Oh, and he did it, almost did it again there. Going wide.
You know, I see Colin Truitt just now pulled off into the center. He was the one who went off the side there a little bit.
And we got that replay right here. Here's what happened on that opening lap. Just went off the side there.
Well, I think this, you can see it's a little slippery, so.
And here we are again watching the battle for third place. As you can see your leader and then second place off to the bottom of your screen. Look at this going real wide.
Yeah, second place is Tristan Snell.
He almost ended up in the creek down there.
Good thing he didn't. So Tristan Snell running in second. There's our third and fourth. So the 301.
Whoa!
Oh, that's Cody Gifford.
And he came around.
Yep, Cody Gifford spinning around.
And that's not what you want to have happen. Oh, we didn't catch it on that camera. Let's try the other camera. And here's that replay again.
Not sure what happened there. Very interesting. Now you can see right there.
That catch you off guard.
Yeah, Colin Truitt, he's having some kind of issues over here. Not sure what it is, but he's over here in the infield. Off the course, never fun. But there we are watching. That is Cameron Michael in the number 27 that we're following along off the ski jump. Going into turn number 6. Right in front of Cameron is Tristan Snell. And there we just saw Tristan Snell over the finish line jump.
And that camera we got up there at the start finish doesn't do justice to how much air these guys are catching.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of air. I always say that about cameras, like it never does the actual justice. Like it's same with like drones. I love drone footage, but there's some.
It distorts it a little bit, so it's hard to really get a sense of scale.
Exactly. And
look at that.
That's Gifford right there. Gifford is one who we saw spin out just a little bit ago in the number 301.
And right now everybody's spreading out pretty good.
We'll have our competition yellow come up here in just a little bit.
Should be either this lap or next lap. They've got the scoring system turned off. I feel bad for Joel up there. He's having to hand score everybody right now.
Well, you know, could be like your system earlier. Decided to do an update right in the middle.
Yeah, just Windows Update for no reason when everything was turned off.
It's almost like you can't park there. Like, you can't update yet. But we still have Jeb Boodle out in front. Tristan Snell in second.
I don't see a flag in hand.
I don't either. So we must have one more lap to go before that yellow flag comes out. Oh, and then we found a tree. On the back stretch over there. And there is the 629 of Jeff Griggs making his way around turn number, I think that was turn number 6. Yes.
And still no flag in hand.
There we go. Starting to pick it up right as the camera turned away. So we should be yellow flag. And now I see CJ over here off to my left.
Yes. And we are going to have to probably hold this for a second to go grab that drone.
Okay. Sounds good. And there we are watching Boodle make his way over, Tristan Snell make his way over. And Boodle will start in that number 1 spot, out front all by himself as the Delaware style start, with Tristan Snell right next to Cameron Michael. And the 301 of Cody Gifford making his way up there into that number 4 spot. We have the 629 of Jeff Griggs still out there. As soon as he makes his way around, we'll get this show back on the road. We got a drone down in the woods, though. We're going to hopefully get the drone. As you can see, the 629 now making his way around. All right. Thank you to everybody watching at home. Thank you to everybody up in the stands watching the show. Some great racing still yet to be had out here this weekend. We have a few more races to go. After this one is over, we have, I think, 3 more. And that will complete our round 5 out here. So still up to race, we have our Open NA class, we have our Pro Turbo class, and we have our Open class as well. So right now, they are recovering the drone. And we'll go back to green flag racing here in just a moment. So I'm gonna go silent here for just 1 minute. All right, we are back live racing for the second half of the Pro NA class after our competition yellow. It looks like Mr. Jeb Boodle has already taken that hole shot and is out front.
Yes, and he's doing the exact same thing he did during the first half of this race.
Yes. Well, and that's Tristan Snell and Cameron Michael. They're battling out for second and third.
And a little bit of action there heating up for second and third.
And then we have the 301 of Cody Gifford running in that number 4 spot. And right now, Michael is in that number 2 spot. As you can see, Tristan was looking for the inside line there and just wasn't quite able to do it. Talk about a race. Second and third, super close. Fourth is pulling away just a little bit. That's when you see something going on in front of you like that, that's when you kind of think, should I just hang back a little bit and let those guys go at it, or do I get back up into the mix if they can hang with them?
Well, I'm not sure how this works on dirt racing, but usually on asphalt, when that's happening, that's a viable strategy because if they touch, you can easily go around them. But here with dirt, I've seen them touch and going sideways, and they still maintain their speed.
Yes, they do. But yeah, Jeb's already checking out there. But, it's not that too far of a lead yet. Obviously, there's 5 laps to go on the second half, and we're at 2 in it. So there we have Jeb going into turn number 6. As we're watching right now, though, the second and third place battle still between Michael and Snell, as Snell still looking for that inside line. Not quite working for him, though. This is also, too, when now Snell in that third position, who's been running second the whole entire race, he's now waiting for Michael to, a little bit of a hiccup. All he needs is one little mistake, and he can get past him. As long as he doesn't grab him in the mix. All right, let's see what we have here. There is Mr. Boodle. Look at that, second and third. They're still neck and neck. Look at Michael.
Still side by side.
Now they're definitely, this turn right here can get a little bit sketchy sometimes. As Michael still kept that number 2 spot, though. Snell just not quite able to get around
Well, he
him.
just had position on that inside line coming into the turn, and that outside line is real wide, and you're going to lose a lot of ground.
Exactly. And then right now the track is, a little bit dry in these turns, but that's where the grip and the grip of the tires come into play.
No flag in hand yet, so we've got at least 2 laps to go.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh,
trying to get
he's
on the inside.
trying to stick a fender up in there.
Yeah.
And these guys are off to the races, chasing each other down the back straightaway.
Yes, they are. We were just watching the 629 make their way through that.
And there's your
turn.
leader right there, all the way out in front.
Mm-hmm.
And then, your closest battle right now is that battle for second and third. And the thing you got to be careful about when you're racing for second and third is both guys are guaranteed spots on the podium.
Right, exactly.
And they could very well both not be on the podium if something happens.
That is very true. So let's look back at my points here. So Tristan Snell, again, he's running second in points. Cameron Michael's running third in points, but they also have a 75-point difference in between them. So Cameron Michael, who's running in second place right now, is really untouchable.
There's your white flag. So we are 1 lap to go.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at these points here, but here we have it. Still a battle going on between second and third place. They're putting on a pretty good race there.
Yes, they are.
And Jeb's just leaving him in his dust.
Well, and he's not pulling out as far ahead as I thought he would, from what we saw during the opening laps. Right. I mean, these guys are actually doing a good job of still keeping this fairly close.
Or he's just not pushing himself as hard.
And that could be. He knows he's got it and just not trying to beat on the car.
Right. Exactly. So here we will be seeing the checkered flag out here in just one moment. One more turn to go for Mr. Boodle, but this second and third. Who is it going to be? And look at that. Cameron Michael took a little bit high line.
Again, let's see. Oh, he's going to try and get him on the inside. Who's going to cross?
Oh, it was Michael got second, and Cameron or Tristan Snell in that number 3 spot. Man, that was a great race.
Oh, that was good.
Let's go hear what they have to say. Jeb Boodle out here in the number 1 spot. You took the whole shot after the awesome qualifying that you had yesterday and got out front, and you never looked back. So Jeb Boodle, number 1 spot. You're the points leader as well. So great race by yourself just now.
Thank you. Yeah, we've spent a lot of time working on this XP1000 platform, and each time we hit the track, we keep getting better and better. So super proud of my team and everybody that's behind me working on this platform. So yeah, big thanks to everybody there and all the family and friends that helped me get out here. Durhamtown for an awesome track, awesome event, awesome facility. They put on a heck of a show, and I'm just so happy to be out here. It's always a good time out here. So, but congrats to everybody in the class. They're all fast. I'm just glad to be a little bit faster. So, but definitely had a good run of qualifying, and that's what helped me just get clean air and charge from there. So just ran my lines, played it smooth, and came home on the top spot. So time for pro side by side. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody else gets up here. You know, dad, mom, my family, all the friends and family back home. Polaris Razor, Hoosier Tire, Impact Racing Gear, Fug 21 Field Additives, Durhamtown Off-Road Park, Freedom Race Lift, Fox Shocks, Vision Wheels, Race Driven Power Sports, Double E Racing, iBox Springs, Seal Sabers, Woolwood Brakes, Team DFS, and just everybody, thank you.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on that number 1 spot. We'll see you back out on the track here in just a moment. All right. Cameron Michael, you two right here, you guys were the show. So Cameron Michael, you got past Snell there on the restart from the competition yellow, and you guys were battling it out the whole time. So you have some arm pump going on?
I got everything pumped. I'm exhausted, and I'm about to race again. That's why I have my helmet on. But, yeah, it was so much fun. Me and Tristan have been talking about all year. If we could each just get our cars to run at the same time, we'd have a whole lot of fun. And, man, if it wasn't. So, yeah, I'd like to thank, my wife and my brother and sister-in-law. They all worked real hard with us to get us to the racetrack. And I'd like to thank CJ and Jody Hickman for all the help they've given me on this car. We're just out here. We're having a blast. It's a time of our lives.
Well, you said it yourself. You have a race to go get to, so congratulations on this one. Hopefully we get to talk here in a few more minutes.
All right, thank you.
All right, there we have it, Cameron Michael. Now moving on over here to Tristan Snell. Tristan, man, you guys, seriously, the battle was real just now.
Yeah, we just run out of time, but we wanted it. That was fun, good, clean racing. Hopefully we put on a good show. I want to thank everybody here at Durhamtown for everything they do, letting us race, and everyone for coming out, watching, and I want to thank CJ for the car and Jody for all his engine work, and that's it.
Well, you look good out there. I mean, you kept looking for the door to open, and it just wasn't quite ready for you to go through it, but congratulations up here in the number 3 spot.
Thank you.
All right, and there we have it, Tristan Snell in 3rd spot. All right, and there we have it. Our Pro NA class is in the books. Now we're moving on into our Open NA class. In the number 1 spot should be the number 27 of Cameron Michael, which we just spoke with him. The number 2 position, the 21 of Keegan Cummings. 3rd position, the 316 of Lewis Texera. It looks like we have a couple extra cars out there. So we have the 01 out there and the 54. I don't have 54 on my list here.
Well, I did go. Yeah, you were on the live shot. Everybody at home saw it. And I did check in with our drone pilot. He's in good spirits. That was drone number 1. That was Drew Bledsoe. So now he's on to Tom Brady. drone number 2.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It's part of the game. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen birds go down. You do enough of these, usually once or twice a season, branch will come out of nowhere and clobber you. And especially given how we're flying here at the track, I mean, you see all the trees. It's it takes a real skilled pilot to navigate this, and it's our 4th race out here doing coverage, and I'm surprised it hadn't happened sooner.
Well, you know what? That is a good pilot, right?
Yeah.
Right? He's avoided it until now. I mean, that happens. But, yeah,
well, I was hyping him. You'll hire him for your drone work.
Well, and you were talking about, you said that, the limbs jump out at you. I've always jokingly say that because, like, my other racing that I do, it's, rocks. The rocks jump out at you, or the trees jump out at you. Like, it's all fun and games. Those FPV drones, though, like you were talking about earlier, we have those that are in my other series that I work for, and they are amazing. But sometimes they get a little too close to the cars, and they'll clip it.
Well, they'll clip it, and the other thing with the cars and the FPV is they'll flick mud at it because they're so close. They'll catch clods of mud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen that too. It gets stuck on the lens, and you got to bring it in and clean it and all that good jazz. But, yeah, we're getting ready to get all lined up. It looks like Cameron Michael made his way back out. Probably had to go throw some fuel in the car. That's my guess anyways.
Yeah, where do you – I guess you bring it with you. I was going to say you don't just head down the road to the local BP station.
They buy the VP fuel here from somebody supplies it here that they go buy it from, and then
are they running, 93 no ethanol?
96.
Oh, it's a little bit spicier
UTV 96.
than pump gas.
That's what I think a majority of all these people, I'm pretty sure that's what they all run. E85, I don't think they're allowed to run that one. I don't remember.
I don't
know all the rules of the fuel.
They still run leaded fuel in the 2-strokes
at
the go-kart track. That's that tinges the nostrils when you walk by and you catch a puff of it, but nothing says I'm at a racetrack like smelling lead.
Yeah, right. Oh, I love the smell of race fuel, though. That's for sure.
I'm sure every time I do that, I lose a couple IQ points. But
all the different races that I work around. Same with you. I mean, you work around a lot of different ones too. But like, you can just totally tell the difference in the smells of the fuels.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm excited because I'm going to be enduring a new style of racing, working. Some drag races here coming up soon, and I haven't been to drag races in a long time.
Oh wow, where at? Because I know they shut them down here at Commerce
in Dunn, North Carolina. It's for the IHRA.
Oh, cool. I guess at Charlotte, is that ZMAX that's over there?
That's in Charlotte. That's the Concord Charlotte Motor Speedway. But Dunn, North Carolina is I think about another hour or so, 2 hours past Charlotte. I've never been to it.
They did us dirty here in Georgia because they shut down Commerce. They built a bunch of apartments and townhomes. The city sold out all the land around the racetrack, and then sure enough, everybody started complaining about it, and they ended up having to force the sale and shut it down.
Isn't that funny? Okay, so I know this is totally off topic, but we're getting ready to start here. But you see that all the time. So where I lived in Bakersfield, California for the majority of my life. There was a racetrack there called Mesa Marin Raceway. It was an iconic track. The Collins, they owned it, and like everybody would go to it, concerts, everything. Well, a housing track was built not too far away from it, and then the housing track starts complaining of the noise, and I'm like, you're moving by a racetrack. So eventually they ended up tearing this iconic racetrack away.
You get enough people on your side at a town hall meeting, and
it's sad. It's really sad whenever there's something that's been around for so many years, and like Kevin Harvick came out of that racetrack. I mean, iconic names of racer, Ron Hornaday, like all these people have raced there, and now it's gone. But now they have KCRP, which Kevin Harvick's Kern County Raceway Park was now what they race at. But it's not the same. It's not Mesa Marin, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, at least the nice thing out here is we don't have any neighbors to complain.
No, they have so many acres out here too. Like there isn't going to be neighbors out here. We're in the middle of nowhere. I mean, literally no cell phone service unless you're on a Starlink.
Yeah, and it's nice because you don't have to run mufflers and you
can
make some noise and not have to worry about upsetting the neighbors.
But what's good, too, about Durhamtown is, they are only open for certain hours. So there's not night riding here. So you're not going to hear that noise anyways, which is good at nighttime.
Well, because most short tracks, they got lights and they'll run till 11, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
God forbid it's a dirt oval. They'll run till 3 o'clock in the morning. They don't care.
Have you heard of, oh, goodness, it just slipped my brain. Millbridge?
No.
Millbridge is where they race, like, the little sprint cars and stuff. Like,
like the the youth ones. I can't think what the youth ones are called with the big wing.
That's why IMSA does their season finale, and that's why they have the Petite Le Mans. But I do most of my seat time right across the street over at Lanier.
Oh, okay.
And big news there, they just sold that place, so that's another track that hopefully won't go away, but not giving a lot of confidence with the site plans I've seen for it. But it's one of those things. They built a lot of houses, and the new owners are trying to build like motorsport condominium type, basically play off of Road Atlanta being across the street.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how things happen when things get bought and things get built around them and everything. But let's talk about dirt. I mean, out here at Durhamtown, it's not just what we're doing here, side-by-side racing. There is trails open so you can go side-by-side day riding. You can go over and you have little tracks. There's a little Stasic track over there that the kids with those little Stasic bikes, so cute. Every time I've driven by.
Yeah, I see that. I thought that was like a little pump track, but yeah, it's for
so cute.
Like little pocket bikes, I guess, or what do they ride on that?
It's like the bikes that don't have pedals because they're little tiny kids and they're like, they're using their feet to do it, to learn how to ride.
Cool.
But you have all these different tracks out here at Durhamtown for the motorcycles. And you talk about Durhamtown outside of Durhamtown, and like I have not really came across very many people that have never heard of this place because it's huge for motocross. And that's what they really are known for the most part, is the motocross out here. But right now, though, we're side by side. I'm not sure what we're on hold for right at this moment. But I think we shall find out. Oh, as I'm saying that, here we're going.
I got confirmation we were waiting on the water truck.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh,
Try and get
there is a schedule for the water truck.
Yes. He's been putting in more laps, I think, than anybody today. He's going out just about after every one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always so fun being the first cars out after the water truck, though. All right, as we are watching our Open NA class make their way around the track, let's see who got out front. Keegan Cummings. Keegan Cummings races at the Texas Outlaw Series, racing out here with us this weekend, and he's in that bright green RS1, just now getting passed in the corner, but taking the pass back. And I believe that is Cameron Michael. So Cameron Michael right there in the number 1 spot. So Cameron Michael got back out front. Keegan Cummings in that number 2 spot. Lewis Texera in that number 3 spot. As you can see, the speed of the cars obviously launching off of the ski jump.
We need to get a panel of judges at the bottom of that hill with scorecards to hold up, like they do at Monster Jam Freestyle.
Yeah, that'd be funny. I apologize. I'm not sure who's in the number 54 car.
And let's see. Nope, still showing the youth race on the scoring.
Okay.
See if they've updated it.
Because we did have, oh, look at this. We have some contact. Looks like they are connected there. Keegan Cummings and the number 54. Looks like the 54 ran up on Keegan just a little bit.
See if we can see what happened.
Look at that.
Yeah, they
were
locked horns.
Yeah. At least they got apart and didn't end up off the track. But it looks like he ended up getting, Philip Masella is in the number 54. Perfect. Thank you so much. So Philip Masella making that pass on Keegan Cummings. I thought he qualified yesterday. I don't know why I'm not having him on my list here. Man, Keegan just launches off of that ski jump. I can't remember 01. I asked him how to say his name, and I think it was Neba. Neba is how you say it, so I'll get that confirmation again. But he's out there running in that number 4 spot right now, as we're watching Keegan Cummings make his way around. So we have 5 cars out on course. As Philip Masella looks like he has checked out in that number 2 spot. So Cameron Michael in first position.
Philip Massell in that number 2. Keegan Cummings running in that number 3 spot. As we're watching Luis Teixeira and Neba battle it out.
And we were able to get race monitor back up for you guys, so you should be able to follow some scores along at home.
And helps us here as well.
Yeah, it's always fun to call a race without timing and scoring because you don't know who's where.
Yes. That was a very sarcastic, always fun.
And that was 3rd, 4th, and 5th that just came across your screen there at the start-finish line.
So in our Open and A class, we have only 4 racers that have been consistently running in it. The only one out on course is Luis Teixeira, that's actually 2nd in points right now. The other 3 are not here this weekend.
And this is the battle for 3rd we are watching right now. 1st and 2nd are kind of gapped out. And look at this, all the way to the inside. That's Teixeira trying to make the move here on Cummings.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Keegan. He's usually closer towards the front area, so I'm not sure if he's having some problems today or what's going on. The track is a little slippery too, as you can see.
Yeah, I think that outside line is the preferred line up top. And it looks like about middle to inside on the lower parts. And that's probably because of how the sun's hitting the track right now.
Exactly. All right, so next lap around, they should be getting the white flag, not the white flag, the competition yellow, thank you. Jumping the gun there, wasn't I?
They need to have like a yellow white flag so we know when it's about to be the competition caution.
Yeah. Yellow white flag might confuse people. Maybe.
Well, I know the blue flag confuses a lot of drivers. But no, that's not me. I'm not the slow one.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, goodness.
That's what we run into at kart racing.
The blue flag with the yellow stripe, right? Or
yes, yeah. Basically, you're in the way.
Yeah.
You need to let everybody by.
Yep.
No racer will admit they're slow.
Man, I wish that we had those on the interstates.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was over in Germany last month, and let me tell you, I wish we had the Autobahn here. Although I can tell you, as an American, my fellow countrymen, we cannot handle that kind of responsibility.
No.
But it was so much fun getting to cook it out there. No speed limits.
That would be fun.
Completely legal to do 150 miles an hour on the interstate.
That would be fun, I think. I don't know. Might be dangerous.
In the right car, it's fun.
In the right car, exactly.
Well, they're very respectful over there. That's the thing. Like, they do not camp in the left lane. And so they get out of your way. So it's, but the scary thing is there's always a bigger fish.
Have you ever been to Pennsylvania?
Not recently.
The driving there scares me, and I'm a fast driver. You better move. Oh, so Keegan's pulling off over here. So he does have something going on with his car. It doesn't sound right. As we're watching the starters make their way around to the starting grid, or the green flag area, for the last 5 laps of the race here for the Open NA class, with Cameron Michael out in that number 1 position. Let's see if he can hold that strong. All right, so Cameron Michael, Philip Masella, and I'm not sure if that is Lewis or Neba in the number 3 spot, because they look exactly alike. Oh, it is Lewis. Okay, I can see the number plate. So Neba does not have a number plate on the side. As we are watching, that's Philip Masella right there, running in that number 2 position.
Yeah, Michael already just running away with this.
Yes.
And I guess that's the advantage you get to being in the pole, because you get to get that whole shot and decide when everybody goes.
And the clean air instantly.
Yes.
No dust. As he's making his way around turn number 6. Look at that roost.
That's so pretty.
It actually makes out for great photos. All right, Cameron Michael. Once again in that number 1 spot, holding it strong.
And right now we're watching 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on your screen. There you can see Michael right there. You can see that lead he's got.
Definitely a huge lead.
He is a full turn ahead right now. I think he's still gaining. We'll see.
I think you're right.
When they get to the stripe, because that last lap timing was a little off since it was the first one.
Yeah, because they're a little slower.
We'll really see who's on pace after they hit the stripe here as they come back up the hill.
Making his way down the ski jump. All right, so Cameron Michael out in that front. Philip Masella, Luis Texera. All right, so 105.582. Philip Masella 107.536.
Yeah, he's almost 2 seconds ahead of second place right now. Now, second and third are real close. They're about less than half a second between the two of them.
Yeah, they're definitely running super close.
And then fourth place falling back just a little bit there, about 2.5 seconds off of their pace.
Well, and he's not a dirt racer. This is his first time racing out here this weekend.
That's awesome.
So he's normally on road racing is what he normally does, pavement.
Just see if you grab an interview with him afterwards, ask him how he's.
I talked to him the last he got what, second or third earlier on in the sportsman class, and he was like, "This is fun." He goes, "I'll definitely be back."
I don't think I have found a form of racing that wasn't fun. And right now we are looking at your leader who just ran the fastest lap of the race again. So he is in a league of his own right now. Cameron Mitchell all the way out front. Right now the closest battle, well, really second starting to space out too. You can really see the gap here on this drone shot. Because that's second at the top of your screen. That's third just coming through turn 2 right there.
I'm wondering if Lewis is having some issues.
And there's first at the bottom of your screen. So, oh, man, that exit of turn 2 has been, or turn 3, I guess, has been real wild today.
Yes, it has. That's where we've seen what Briley Lutz went off of it, and Colin Truitt went off of it. It's testing their driving skills is what's going on.
Everybody's hitting the ski jump all right, but the other hill, though, has been a mighty challenge for these guys.
Cameron Michael is definitely up in his own world, racing his own race by himself up front.
And the white flag is out. We are on the final lap here. And there's second place again on your screen. Third place just behind him, about to make his way under our camera. Drone pilot being a little bit more ginger now on the back straightaway.
Staying away from the trees.
He was nailing that shot earlier today. It just, it takes one bad one to shake your confidence. So,
just trying to keep that shot too, and go back up just a little too much.
Big shout out to him for being prepared. He brought his backup drone, so.
Well, if you don't.
A real professional.
If you don't bring it, you're going to need it, and today it's proven that he needed it anyways. It's kind of like, you run spare parts on your race car hoping you don't ever need it. And if you don't have it on there is when you do need it. So checkered flag is out and waving for Cameron Michael in the number 27 in that number 1 spot, racing back-to-back. So he got second place last race, and now he's in first place for the Open NA.
And Philip Masala hanging 10 across the finish line. You saw Michael kind of just lift as he went across because he knew he had it in the bag.
Exactly. All right, I'm going to make my way over to these drivers.
And there's a great shot of our fearless camera woman out there at turn 1, Collins Rigdon. She's doing her best to avoid eye contact with the camera right now.
All right, Cameron Michael, you've raced back-to-back, so lots of seat time just now. Here now in the number 1 spot for the Open NA class. Cameron Michael, how are you feeling right about now?
Pretty awesome.
Besides getting your helmet off.
Pretty awesome. I'm just thrilled to be on the podium in 2 classes today. I was, that's really the goal, right? So just thrilled.
Well, you looked good out there. I mean, you checked out, you never looked back, and you were running your own race, and you got it done. You got it done, so congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, there we have it for Cameron Michael. Philip, here we are once again up here now in the number 2 spot. How you feeling?
Feeling good. That car, the number 27 car, he was really fast. He had a good gap on me, and I was pushing hard. I could not catch him. So, I mean, props to him. That car is running good.
Well, but you were battling it out really, a lot here with Lewis too, and then you guys ended up getting your own gaps and ended up out here in this number 2 spot. So, congratulations.
Yeah. Actually, I forgot in the beginning. I actually got caught up on somebody. I was like on the rear, and we were stuck together. And I thought the race was over there. I thought I was done, but somehow we got unhooked and kept it going.
Yeah, that was with Keegan Cummings. I don't know, he ended up pulling off the track, but right now it's all about you up here in the number 2 spot, so congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right. And there we have it from Philip Masella. Here we're going over here to Lewis. Lewis up here, number 3 spot. What a battle out there.
Yeah, it was a tough battle. I thought with the restart I could get up with these guys, but I was still having a lot of issues keeping up with them, so that they kind of ran away from me there at the end.
Well, you guys were keeping it pretty tight-knit and, putting on a good show for everybody there for a while. But right now, number 3 spot, congratulations once again.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right. And there we have it. Our 1, 2, and 3. Moving on into our Pro Turbo class. All right, once again, we just now completed our Open NA class. Congratulations to Cameron Michael in that number 1 spot. And again, we are moving on into our Pro Turbo class. And in that number 1 spot, once again, Jeb Boodle. Jeb Boodle, I think, probably has the most laps out here at Durhamtown because he's been coming here his whole entire life. And then the number 2 spot, the young Nathan Parker out here in the number 150. The third qualifier, the number 17 of Colin Truitt. 4th position, Ariel Byarski in the number 735. And then the 5th position, Hank Hall in the number 57.
And Ariel already won her race in the women's race.
Yes.
And then Jeb won the earlier race.
Exactly.
So this is going to be a good one
coming
coming up.
One. I was looking, Ariel, it looks like Ariel is running a different car right now. So I know she has 2 cars here, but I think she has a different car out here. And then Dominic DeAngelis, number 21. I know he was having some issues yesterday. I need to make sure I see him going over. And then number 7, the 52, or 7th position, number 52 of Ryan Knight. And that was just Dominic just went through. There's a 52 of Ryan Knight and the 707 of Justin Michael. But I don't think we have Justin Michael out there. So 7 racers should be taking the green flag. Again, funny story, Ryan Knight yesterday forgot to fuel up before qualifying and actually ran out of fuel. So he said, I thought I filled it up before I left my house. I'm like, those little, like when you see people, when you go pick up a transmission or whatever from a race shop and it'll say like no oil, right? I'm like, you need to start using those sticky notes on your car. Oh, goodness.
Well, that's part of the game, too. You don't want to overfill the car up because that's weight. Yeah, that's weight that you don't need to carry.
Yeah, but he didn't have any fuel in it. He goes, I was wondering what was going on with it earlier on.
Now, is there weight limits on these, or is it just a minimum weight?
They weigh them. There's weight. There's a minimum.
Because I know in the kart racing, they weigh them, as they're coming off every time, and I would assume that's part of the pre-tech.
Yeah, they weigh them during tech. They weigh all the cars. There's a minimum weight, like 57. Hank Hall, that's my kid, but he's heavier. He's not a short course specific built car. That car actually was a desert car that we have put on a diet and lightened it up ourselves. So technically, he's probably, honestly,
I guess you can't just go throw out the back seat to lose weight in these things.
No, he's probably the heaviest car out there, to be honest with you. As the green flag drops, as Jeb Boodle has the power to start the race, and there he has the whole shot as well, going into turn number 1. Dust fest there in turn number 1 there.
Looks like everybody made it out clean there.
It looks like Ryan Knight might have been pulling off there right past turn number 1. We'll have to see if he is making his way around. But Colin Truitt in that number 2 spot. Looks like Nathan Parker was in running 3rd as Jeb Boodle making his way around. Oh, a little contact there between Parker and Ariel Byarski.
And that's going to slow her down a little bit as they're heading up the hill right now, and she's falling back. It looks like 2 positions now after that contact.
Yeah, and Ariel Byarski is our points leader for this class for our Pro Turbo. Hank Hall running 2nd in points.
She's going to have her work cut out for her this race.
Oh, yes. Ryan Knight running 3rd in points, but I think he might have pulled off. I have not seen him.
I don't see him over here by our spot.
Yeah,
oh, no, there it is on, we got him right there on the camera.
Yeah, he pulled off right there past turn number 1.
There it is on the drone.
Hopefully he fueled his car up. Give him
yeah, curse to the announcer. We keep talking about it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say.
I've learned not to run my mouth in the booth because that's usually what I say will end up happening.
Well, it was his own fault, that's for sure. All right, so Colin Truitt and Nathan Parker right there. They are battling out. Look at Nathan Parker just took that low line.
Oh, look at that.
Making that pass.
Hanging on the high side, though.
Yes.
Although style points don't get you season points.
Definitely not. Nathan Parker's running 4th in points. Colin Truitt's running 6th in points. Look at that.
Oh, man, you can't even see. Drone's going to have to get up a little bit higher.
Yeah, for sure.
It's starting to turn into a dust bowl out here.
You know, the last round, you were not here, but the last round, the track was watered right before this race, and it was just, it was like soupy. So the whole race was very slippery. So, you know, it's a pick and choose. You got to stay on top of the track, and sometimes you know, the dust happens.
Well, I mean, as a driver, what would they prefer?
They would prefer this right here, I think, over a wet, sloppy track, because there's no grip. Oh, man, Parker, man, he's throwing it into the turn super early right there. Parker and Colin Truitt right there. And there's Byarski. Not sure where. There's Byarski and Hank Hall. Jeb Boodle, a 101.980.
Oh,
His
wow.
qualifying time yesterday was a 101.206. So, again, like we were talking with him earlier in the booth, and he was talking about, you know, track conditions are different from qualifying. And it's true, 100% true, but, I mean, that's pretty close in times right there. Nathan Parker, a 102.124 on his last lap. His fastest time yesterday was a 101.347. Oh, and look at that.
Oh, he went wide.
That was, I believe that was Colin Truitt took that turn a little too high.
Kept it on track, though.
Yes. Good job on that. You know, the track just sometimes pushes you out. You can see he's running that higher line, though, so that might be his preferred line, and it's just taking it too high. Oh, and Hank stepping up on 2 wheels there for a second. Dominic DeAngelis is creeping in on Hank Hall. See how this is all going to shake out here as we're watching. That's Colin Truitt.
And this is the last lap before the competition caution.
You know, I love the competition yellows, but I also don't because they make me so nervous.
Well, the race starts, yes, because that's the most dangerous part of any race. But I would think as a leader of competition caution, it's probably your least favorite part, too.
Especially when you have a lead like Jeb does. I mean, where's second place? Okay, there's second place, which is Nathan Parker. Nathan Parker's one kid that definitely has nothing but speed embedded in his brain. He's a great driver as well. All right, and there we have it. Competition yellow. Let's see how this all shakes out here as there's Ariel Byarski making her way over.
All right, so Jeb Boodle, Nathan Parker, Colin Truitt, Ariel Byarski, Hank Hall, Dominic DeAngelis. Our 6 drivers out on course. Again, this is always the most nerve-wracking part of a race for me. As an announcer.
How's it going to shake up in turn 1 on the restart?
Uh-huh. The side-by-side so close.
And here we go, off again.
Just dust. And you can see Dominic DeAngelis in the rear there looking for a spot, open spot. Hank Hall, Ariel Byarski side by side going into turn number 2.
And those front 3 definitely got the jump, although
Yes.
action heating up for 4th and 5th.
They did, for sure. And looks like the battle going on. That is Nathan Parker. I'm telling you, that kid does not let up ever. Hank Hall got a pass on Ariel Byarski. Let's see if he can keep that position. Coming down the ski jump. Look at that. Nathan Parker on the rails. Hank Hall, Ariel Byarski, Dominic DeAngelis. So the top 3, look, it's super close right now, obviously, but the spread between all of these cars by the end of this race is what's always interesting to see. I can tell you right now, Jeb Boodle's getting his run for his money right now because he cannot make any mistakes with Nathan Parker right on his tail. You can see one of our orange cones are in the middle of the track.
Yes, that looked like one of the starting cones there.
Yeah. Man, look at the top 3 are definitely neck and neck. And look at this, Nathan Parker.
A lot more than the start of this race.
Nathan Parker was looking at the inside. Is he going to come out on top after they come through turn number 4? He is. Look at that. Nathan Parker making a pass. Colin Truitt off of the course. No, that's Jeb Boodle off of the course. That's Colin.
Oh.
Look at that. He took that turn a little high. So that puts Nathan Parker up in that number 1 position now with Colin Truitt.
And let's see if we got that on the replay. If we could see in this angle. No, he's already gone off, so that happened off screen.
Yeah. So Colin Truitt now in that number 2 spot, chasing down Nathan Parker. Looks like Ariel Byarski got back past Hank Hall. Now Jeb Boodle right on the tail end of Hank Hall as they looked like they were getting pretty close there tire-wise as Jeb made a pass.
Now he's got to claw his way back through the field.
Yes, he does.
And he's got a mountain to climb too, because that is a decent-sized gap between him and 1st and 2nd.
Yes, for sure. And you can see that Colin Truitt still chasing down Nathan Parker. Look at Jeb is on Ariel. Again, no stranger out here. I mean, Ariel comes out here. She's done practice time too, gets a lot of seat time at races. But Jeb Boodle, again, probably the most laps ever ran out here is by that kid out of all of the ones on the course
Well, and
right now.
he could see too with his poise and just how he attacks this track.
Yes. And look at it. He's racing in 2 different series, 2 different classes out here at Durhamtown. He also races in Champ as well. So seat time, I'm a big advocate of seat time.
Well, that's the most expensive part of racing is just
practice.
Just the amount of time you got to put in to get good.
Yes, exactly. Oh, Dominic DeAngelis just went by me here. Physically saw him. His rear end is snapped.
Ooh.
He will, I'm sure he'll be pulling off. Actually, it looks like he's just still trying to trail around for the laps. But on course, it's all about, right now, Nathan Parker in that number 1 spot. Colin Truitt in 2nd. Chasing down Nathan. Jeb Boodle is all the way up in the 3rd position right now. Ariel Byarski 4th. Hank Hall 5th. And again, we saw Dominic go by, and his car's just a little busted. Good to see Colin having a better race this time around. His Pro NA race, it was not in his favor. By any means. And there is Byarski, Hall on the back stretch.
looks like this is the last lap. We're on lap 9 of 10.
I didn't see the white flag either.
I didn't do a good job of showing it.
Unless they waved it. They might have waved it whenever we weren't. Oh, yeah, there it was. Dominic just got it. I think he's just wanting to get the finish for the points. Because he's not running too bad. And there's Ariel and Hank Hall. Ariel Byarski and Hank Hall. Couple more turns, and checkered flag is out for Nathan Parker, Colin Truitt, and then Jeb
And look at
Boodle.
that. Jeb running the fastest lap of the race on that last lap. He was trying to get it back, and he almost caught up to second place.
Yeah, he did. All right, I'm going to make my way
Yeah,
out
and
there.
find out from Jeb what happened there.
Yeah. Nathan Parker out here in this #1 spot. You finally made your pass. I don't know what happened over here when Jeb went off the track, but you got out in front and didn't look back.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great race all in all. Jeb Boodle was fast the whole time. But, yeah, I tried to run my lines good and stay consistent and stay on them. And, yeah, I think he made a mistake back there on one of his lines, but I was able to get up under him. And I hit him. I didn't mean to hit him. I just slid up the track. But, yeah, just ran a good race from there and tried to keep it smooth and keep it in one piece. And, yeah, just run good lines and have a good race.
Well, you capitalize where you can, and you did it at your finest right there. So congratulations on the #1 spot.
Thank you, Miss Pam.
All righty. Colin Truitt. That was quite the race there for you. I mean, you're chasing down Nathan Parker, and then you have Boodle back here behind you. But right now, in the #2 spot, the turbo race obviously went better for you.
Yeah, I actually got to make a lap. Yeah. We've been working on this car a lot, mostly shocks with George and them. So we've been just getting faster every time, and it's starting to show. We're still a little slack on traction. We just got to get a little better on some places, but we're happy with the car. It's fast. I got a pretty good start on him, and me and Boodle were racing down in front, the back straight right there, and came into second, but I got out traction, and that's part of the game. So I'm excited for a P2. It feels pretty good to get something good in the pro side-by-side. We've been having troubles all year with it, so it just feels good.
Awesome. Well, congratulations up here in the #2 spot.
Thank you very much.
All right, Boodle, you were out in that #1 spot. What happened? Why'd you end up off the track?
I got ran off, but hey, if you want to count that as a win, good win for him. Yeah, I mean, we were fast. We were doing good. Just we've had diff problems here. For some reason, like to act up on this really rough terrain. So had a diff issue in practice yesterday, and then the last time, like in April when I first brought this car out here, we had a diff issue. So I was trying to kind of baby it when I was out front, and that kind of cost me letting him get some ground. But next time I'll just try not to let that happen, try to get this diff issue solved, and yeah, come back swinging for next time. But yeah, we hot lap. We had a fast car, definitely qualifying as well. So, but yeah, this Players Pro R rips, love it. Love driving here at Durhamtown. This is kind of my first race on it at Durhamtown. So yeah, it was sweet to get it out here and show the fans what it's got, and it did pretty good. So just want to thank everybody who helps me get up here into Durhamtown, my family and friends at home, Polaris Razor, Hoosier Tire, Impact Racing Gear, Fug 20 Fuel Additives, Durhamtown Off-Road Park, Freedom Raceless, Vision Wheel, Fox Shocks, Race Driven, W Racing, A-Brake Springs, Seal Savers, Rugged Radios, Willwood Brakes, and yeah, just everybody helps me get up here. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, congratulations up here. Still in that #3 spot, even going off the track like what happened, but congratulations to Jeb Boodle. All right, and there we have it for our Pro Turbo class for round 5. Nathan Parker as our race leader or race winner, Colin Truitt, Jeb Boodle, top 3. Next up, our last race of the day out here for our side-by-side series for round 5 is going to be
our open race. So a lot of our racers that just raced are back out here racing again. So we have Nathan Parker, who just won. He's starting out in front. Eric was 4th place, back out here racing again. Dennis Kinlaw, the number 501, should be coming out here, and I see him. The number 3 of Kenton Belts, the number 57 of Hank Hall, and then the DD214 of Bruce Davidson. It looks like we are going to have Ryan Smith join us as well, and John Dobbs. So we are having 2 extra racers out here on course. So we're going to have 8 cars take the green flag out here this morning, or this afternoon. All right.
And I say a name that's familiar to me, Bruce Davidson. He actually,
Yes.
A couple of the guys down here, Sean Ashmore, Bruce, Tommy Clark, all came up and ran with us autocross this year. They each had done a couple of events with us, and Bruce made it all the way to the finals in downforce battles. It's like a head-to-head autocross.
Wasn't he in his side-by-side?
Yeah, he was in his side-by-side. Absolutely wild to watch. Great guy, great driver. Always happy to get to call the race when he's in it. He comes all the way from Kentucky, too.
Yeah, he's not close.
Because he's a bit of a road warrior, although most of you guys are. I mean, y'all come from all over just about.
Pretty much. I think I'm only 5 hours away, which is not bad. This is the closest track. I mean,
Oh, wow,
work
5
and
hours.
race Hillfest. I don't know if you've ever new style of racing for me, and it was Hillfest. I don't know if you've ever new style of racing for me, and it was so much fun.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
It was so much fun. They had drifters there. They had the hill climbs and everything. But I have to say, like, short course style racing like this, because it's all so close, like this is probably my favorite, because they're always, your eyes are always on them.
Yeah.
Like when I go do desert races and stuff, you can't
I was going to ask
see
you
it.
about that, because you're at 1,000, like you just catch them as they go by and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's where you have your camera people, ahead of the game to get them and everything. But yeah, it's ahead of the game to get them and everything. But yeah, it's fun stuff. I mean, there's a 12-hour race that I work that literally is a 12-hour race twice a year.
The longest I've done is a 7-hour kart track race day. I booked down at Durhamtown, and they're I guess testing things out. The book down at Durhamtown, and they're I guess testing things out this weekend, but they're getting ready for a big event next. I believe it's going to be at the end of March next year. And so, from my perspective, a lot of technical hurdles we got to figure out, but
you'll get it figured out. You're good.
It's called Starlink.
You'll get it figured out. You're good.
It's called Starlink.
Yes, exactly. Come out that are not on the qualifying list too. So we have John Dobbs and Ryan Smith again, who didn't qualify. Oh, John Dobbs actually normally races in this though. He broke a trailing arm, his rear trailing arm yesterday when he went off the ski jump, buckled. So yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Ryan Smith, who gave had the part for us to put on. So both of them are out here right now.
Now, does anybody run a parts trailer here, or is it just everybody brings their own stuff?
Jokingly, we used to go to Bruce for everything, because Bruce, like, he's going to hate me for saying this, but Bruce always has, like, a spare part, so he's, like, the parts store for the Can-Ams. But, yeah, no, there's not a parts store out here, so it's
There's going to be a line at his trailer when we get back from this.
Yeah, no, we order all of our parts through Can-Am for the most part, because we run majority stock, except like our arms and that kind of stuff is not stock.
Now, do y'all have good dealer coverage where you're at? Do you have like a spot you can go to get stuff, or is it all just order online? And
we go directly through Can-Am, because there's a little sponsor, like little
nice
deal that we've had with. I used to race at Can-Am.
Oh, nice.
So
you get to skip dealer markups and just go direct.
Yeah, we have a little deal with them. So yeah, we just.
Oh, that's awesome.
We get to go straight to them, but we don't have every part. We try to keep, like you were asking earlier, what spare parts you keep most. We try to keep those on hand as much as possible.
But yeah, no, definitely it would be kind of cool if there was somebody out here that had a parts trailer. But no.
Yeah, we do. One of my of it, $400 all in. So it's very, very cost effective. And
who got that second position there? I think it was Ariel Bayarski, to be honest with you. So we had 2 more drivers that were not on here that are out there. So now we have 8 cars out on course. And look at that mess. There's Bruce Davidson and Ariel Bayarski. And Hank Hall running all 3 there.
It does open up some
a smarter
needed.
So I was talking about that earlier. The competition yellows, those are the ones that are like so nerve-wracking to me because I mean it's a great.
We all got the.
Another replay here, getting just a little too high. The rear end slipping around a little too much. And once that berm catches you, it takes. I was gonna say don't keep.
Side by side.
Look at that, Hank's in 3rd.
He's doing good.
Yeah,
he's switching positions back and forth. It's hard for us to keep up.
Exactly. I know, and it's hard to, obviously different from qualifying to now, but I always like to try to compare like the qualifying times with their lap times.
He usually creates some good battles and races.
And you can see, talk about a battle right there. Ryan Smith just made a pass on Dennis Kinlaw.
Ryan Smith is one of those sportsman guys that are usually running up front, and he's battling with pro guys. So maybe making the jump next year to pro. Finish it out the year in sportsman side-by-side because I'm pretty sure he's up there in the points. So maybe we'll see him in pro side-by-side next year.
Yeah, that'd be good. It would be a really good jump. And let's talk about Ryan Knight really quick, too, or Ryan Smith. Yesterday in qualifying, John Dobbs buckled a trailing arm, and Ryan Smith had one. So, sportsmanship. It's also his competitor in the other class that they run in. So it's like they're competing against each other in the sportsman class, and they're helping each other out. And so it's
all a big racing family out here at Durhamtown, and that's why it's so fun to come out here and race. It's everybody's helpful, everybody's lending a hand if they can, and we all come out here have a good time on the track.
Exactly, and we should be having our leaders come around here for the checkered flag here in any moment as Nathan Parker just clicked off blue. So checkered flag for Nathan Parker in that #1 spot, Hank Hall in 2nd, John Dobbs in 3rd, Ryan Smith 4th, Dennis Kinlaw, Ariel Bayarski, and then Bruce Davidson should be making his way around as we speak. There he is. I'm going to hop out and go get the interview with these guys and gals.
I'm going to hop out the booth, and thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you.
Good, but we pulled. Thank you.
All right, John Dobbs. John Dobbs, here you are once again, #3 spot out here. Did you have fun on this race?
I did, and I'm glad I was able to make a bunch of spaces. I think on the restart, that made me really happy, and also is just amazing.
I mean, let's talk about that too, because yesterday in qualifying, I mean, you buckled the trailing arm, so you didn't get to qualify for this. So you literally started in the back and now in the #3 spot.
Yeah, I'm honestly really surprised because it was just it was a lot of work with my dad, and I'm glad I was able to race in this class still, even with that trailing arm broken.
Well, you know what, and a competitor out here had it. One of your competitors against, that races up against you that's had that part for you. So congratulations, though, up here in the #3 spot. We'll see you later on the podiums.
Thank you.
All right, there we have it. Nathan Parker, Hank Hall, and John Dobbs for our last race of the day out here. Once again, this was round 5 out here at Durhamtown for our side-by-side series. And it was another great weekend out here.
Yes, it was.
Will, I had fun.
Yeah, and fortunately, this isn't our last race of the year, so we get to come back and do this again next month.
Exactly, 100%. Next month is going to be even.
And we get to do it twice.
Exactly.
It's back-to-back.
Back-to-back, and it's going to be so much fun. You've got the endurance races still yet to come tonight. We'll have the endurance races again here Thanksgiving Day weekend, but thank you guys so much for coming out here and putting on a great production. It was a great time out here for round 5.
Here's a great shot of the track. You can really see up high, well, this isn't even the whole facility either. This is just a fraction of it, but always a great time to come out here to Durhamtown over in Union Point, Georgia. And, well, Pam, I'll let you sign it off. So.
All right. Well, thank you once again out here. It's been a great time hosting this show with you, and I can't wait to do it again next month. But thank you to everybody at home watching. We'll be back here Thanksgiving weekend for round 6, our final race of the 2025 season. And yeah, we'll do it all again in a month.
Awesome. Take it easy, everybody.